Delighted to have Bach on the show today.
I think the coolest thing to me is thinking about like aliens and stuff.
I love aliens.
What's the nearest black hole? How far are we talking?
Center of the Milky Way, and it's a super massive black hole as well.
What would win, a polar bear or an elephant?
Polar bear.
Nicks it on point.
Mate, polar bear is one of the deadliest animals in the world.
What would your most dangerous animal be if you designed one?
I would just do Reed, but give him crocodiles for arms. No one can do that.
If you could ask an animal one question, what animal would it be?
Dog,
and
do you
what
understand
question?
me? Do you genuinely understand me, or are you just like... If dogs can't speak English, how on earth do we know what they see?
There's a lot of coincidences with the moon.
Question, why have we not been back?
To the moon.
Welcome to Backside. Please subscribe. We're aiming for 1 million.
Thanks for 50k.
Yeah. Intro. Delighted to have Bach on the show today. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Oh, we don't.
That's not scripted. I don't know what we do.
Yeah, we don't know what to do.
Oh
after
shit,
that.
sorry.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said anything actually.
Day
Wait,
drinking.
my shit's not scripted though, so I don't know what to say now.
Like off the cuff.
All right. Yo.
Do something funny. Do something funny, will
I'm
you?
Italian. Go on, do something.
Okay.
Go on,
Oh.
You literally poked him.
Yeah, all right.
Do the tongue thing. Do the tongue thing.
Oh, women. What's
That
up
was
with that?
awful.
Women.
What's up with that? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this?
Bit of stand up.
This tongue thing, because like, is
What tongue
it a thing? I just was scrolling on before you page. No, it's not that.
In
Wait, it's the wave.
It was when I was scrolling and you were just licking across your lips.
Oh,
what was that?
Oh no, it's a thing where you go.
Yeah, I saw that one. I thought you meant you could do like the flowers.
No, you know, you every
Wow.
time
Just
Poking your tongue.
you did like you did a TikTok or something yesterday,
A TikTok or something.
and then
Yeah.
when you were talking, you just did this.
Put it out. Yeah.
What, do you
It's
like
very pointy.
That is- What the fuck?
Well, that's got me.
That's like
Yeah.
Do you have a big
Alien
tongue?
Romulus, mate.
I think so. Wait, let me.
Can you lick your nose?
Mate, you could do.
Yeah, but my nose is massive. So that's, that's why it makes it easy, I think.
It's not that big, is it? Oh fuck! You actually can.
Yeah.
Yeah, no mind.
I get nowhere near. I barely
Where?
get over my lip.
Go with
Oh,
That's
you
not
can pick
all
it.
your tongue.
Yeah.
You've got more than that.
I can get it in.
No, you can't.
Lick. Oh.
Get it in.
Oh, is it? Our tongues.
Your tongues are
actually
pointy.
weird.
Mine's like round.
Well, no,
Yours is
because the
pointy.
more muscular they are, that goes towards.
Yeah, they do have like a mind of their own.
Yeah,
They're a pesky little devil. Just
It's like an octopus in your mouth.
Is it?
I don't know about that.
Do octopuses have tongues? I found out the other day birds have tongues.
Well, obviously.
You know that they do.
Seen that.
Have you ever seen a bird lick its beak?
Have you ever seen a pelican?
No.
Exactly. You never see a bird flying with its tongue out.
Yeah,
like,
but the pelican.
Google that.
No, but we watched the horse do it.
Like, do octopuses have tongues?
because octopi.
actually.
Because a little fun fact for you: a bird's tongue goes around the back and like in between the brain and the beak. So when the it doesn't damage the brain.
Is that a fact?
It's a
that
woodpecker.
really true?
It's like it
Only a
softens it
woodpecker.
for woodpecker.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a man that debunks myths and smart stuff and all that.
Yeah.
Could you debunk this for me? Everyone says on the grapevine,
If I eat more,
if I eat more, will I get
Solve
fat?
this mystery.
No.
Why
Yeah,
is
what's
Theo so fucking boring?
Everyone says that the tongue is the strongest muscle in the body.
Oh, mine is, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Female
Or is it just the
viewership's going
strongest
up.
per size?
It
Because
might be
I would
something-
argue that my tongue couldn't squat 100 kg.
Oh, you're fucking embarrassing,
Oh,
mate.
is that just to say that you can squat 100 kg?
Yeah.
And that's many muscles.
But you know your tongue goes down like down there.
Huh?
Your tongue's actually like well long.
What
This
the-
is only
Is
a
it
bit of your
strong?
tongue. Your tongue goes down.
What's it doing down there then?
I didn't know that.
by what?
Never
Tensile strength or like
Doing
what?
something.
I could, if you held onto my tongue,
Sloppy.
I could hold your body weight.
No, you couldn't. No, you fucking couldn't.
What?
No, you couldn't.
You can't hold 87 kilos on your
a good
tongue.
Here's a good test for you. So stick your tongue out.
Yeah.
And try and push it down, and you push up with your tongue.
What the fuck are you?
That's not 87 kg though.
Mate, I'm
Can't put your
losing.
tongue by your arm.
I just
What?
did.
No, look.
The finger wins.
What are you trying to say? The tongue can't go
Where
up.
can your tongue go? It can't go anywhere.
It's from pushing up, mate. That's why. It's the strongest muscle in your body.
I think it is. I think
I've
it is.
just done a quick Google.
What?
It's not, but you're not far off.
Is
Oh,
it
really?
pound for pound?
Your masseter muscle.
Your jaw.
Yeah, your clenching.
Isn't it weird? Like you could just bite a finger off with your jaw.
You can.
Mine,
Yeah, it's just your brain tells you not to do it.
Wait, so my mouth is the strongest muscle I know.
Yeah,
the
the masseter muscle is the strongest
if you-
muscle in the
if
body.
My mouth is the strongest muscle
I know.
Yeah,
Think about biting power. That's like a lot.
So how, you know, in like films and TV shows and whatnot, and maybe in real life torture methods, how the hell does someone's mouth get ripped off?
You're supposed to be the scientist.
What the hell are you on
That's not
about?
the same-
I don't think that's the same thing.
You can still get.
No, but you couldn't. If I said to you, right, Batch, come over here and rip my mouth off,
I think I could do it.
you couldn't because it's the strongest muscle.
Just because no,
Yeah,
but
but
Theo,
usually-
just because
usually
it's
when
strong
it's-
doesn't mean it's indestructible.
But-
What are you on about?
Also, they get ripped off when they're not expecting to be ripped off.
When
It's
have
like
we
when
ever
King
seen
Kong
it ripped
did
off?
it.
If you're
To the
preparing the
fucking
muscle
thinking.
and holding the strength,
To the
then obviously it's
dinosaur.
harder to do that.
Why are we talking as if jaws get ripped off? I've never seen like
King Kong
that
did it
can
to the
happen.
dinosaur.
Can
That
happen.
can
No,
happen,
that's true.
Yeah.
Also, your jaw's not stronger than a whole person ripping your
Apparently,
jaw
it
off.
is.
Says who?
It's just
No, it's stronger
strongest
than
in the
any
body.
other single muscle, but not
Yeah.
like when someone's ripping, it's not just one muscle that's pulling it.
I'd like to test this out. We should create like a device
Oh yeah.
that you can put in your mouth like that,
And keep
you
yours
can
closed.
You can hang a dumbbell off it.
They have those.
Oh,
People
you could
do
do
that.
that. You could
Yeah, they
definitely do
exist.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd bite it and you just do.
ripping off
Have you not seen how
YouTubers' jaws. Gone wrong.
People
Have you not
get
seen
their
the people?
mewing powers from the.
No, have you not seen the people who like basically pierce their lip and they have like pain kinks and they like pierce the lip and hang like huge weights off it and like off their tongue like they get a kink off it and have you not seen these suspend themselves by hooking things into their back and they just like
No, I'm not
levitate.
familiar with it as much as you are.
It's
but-
so fucked. It's I think Idiot Broad went there.
Carl Pilkington.
Oh, Pilkington.
Shock.
Aye.
Aye.
He who must not be named. His entire brand.
Yeah,
He
copyright
inspired
purposes.
this entire
We were
show.
having this discussion the other day, right? What would win, an elephant or a killer whale if the killer whale had legs?
When were we having this
In terms
again?
of what?
Wait, were you having
Killer
this?
whale wins, doesn't
Yeah.
Were you
Killer
having
whale.
this? Is that
he? No, it was just out of the
It was
Wait,
Killer Whale on legs, was it?
Talking about a race.
No, Theo.
killer-
We're not
killer-
on about a fucking race.
yeah, orca on legs.
Yes,
They're,
a fight.
they're very devious
Yeah,
as well, though,
Yeah, but
aren't they?
but this
Are we
video-
fighting?
I don't agree with that because
They are devious though.
Yeah, but the orcas.
They're so clever, the
yeah, they're
orcas,
clever
man.
in
They're
wa-
elephants,
They're
to be
clever
fair.
No,
in
they're too
water.
slow and fat.
They're clever in water, but will they have the maneuverability that they have in water with legs?
No, but obviously
They've got a
we're-
massive mouth.
We're like
Says
saying yes. The hypothetical is the killer whale is the same out on the land. It's just got legs.
I
Yeah.
think elephant trumples it.
But I don't. It wouldn't be too fast.
Trumples it.
It would. The elephant would be like China,
wouldn't.
and the orca would be like.
I know they're
elephant's one of the
protective, but they're hyper aggressive. Elephants aren't really that aggressive.
We forget
I
they have
know,
literal.
when they're fucking
That's
like
what I mean when
horny.
they protect.
Are you forgetting they have literal spears on their head, mate?
Yeah, they
The orca
do.
would just dodge
Sadly,
it.
Lewis.
What's on okay? Are you picturing?
Swallow it
How
whole.
fast they are.
Not on land.
He's got legs.
How big are the legs though? How big? And how
picturing
big?
like a T-Rex.
Dinosaur legs. Like
I'm picturing like T-Rex.
Like 4 small or 2 legs.
Two legs.
We put it on.
He's gonna have that
They're
4
the
legs.
size of they're the size of Jordan
picturing
Pickford's
2
arm.
legs,
Jordan Pickford.
like a dinosaur.
No,
So it would be like a crocodile, wouldn't it? Really?
Yeah, almost.
kinda.
Oh, I
But,
saw.
well,
But he's got the same agility as he's got in the water.
I
Oh,
saw.
well, that's GG then.
How's
They're
that doing
rapid.
that?
So he's basically like
A lion.
Manny Pacquiao, but also David A.
he's a lion.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair giving.
mixed with
lion.
Francis Ngannou.
It's
So
a lion.
it's now
So
a
it's
lion.
lion.
They'd
then,
be
is it?
bigger than a lion. They're way bigger than a lion, aren't they?
And they're way
Yeah.
smarter. Lions are dum-dum.
Saber-toothed tiger then.
No, dum-dum.
Is
They're
it
dum-dum. Or, all right, what would win, a polar bear or an elephant?
We already discussed this.
Polar bear.
Polar
The
bear.
polar bear nicks it on point.
No.
Mate,
Those
polar bear is
are-
one of the deadliest animals in the world.
But we chat GBT and they said the elephant's skin might be too tough.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the bears
really?
won't have the energy to break
you
it down.
seen that?
But they have insane stamina though, right?
Just from pure size, though. The elephant weighs like something. It's like a ton, isn't it?
Have you
You
seen
know they eat 400 kilos of food a day.
Jesus.
Polar bear.
Kilo.
Yeah, when I
What
went
the
to
fuck?
Thailand.
What
Yeah.
food
Oh, I
they
learned about
eating?
that when I didn't
Yeah.
go.
Polar bear's
What do
the
they
only
eat?
animal that hunts.
A lot of sugar cane, a lot of like.
Where did you go?
Chiang Mai.
Elephant Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Elephant Sanctuary.
Elephant.
Which was ethical.
What would your most dangerous animal
Whatever
be
you
if you
say, mate.
designed one? Like if you would design an
I
animal.
designed
Batch.
a polar bear. Have you seen the video?
A killer whale.
A dragon.
Somebody designing one.
But how could
no,
that
no,
don't
say,
even need
so
to,
say,
it's
right, so but
predisposed.
say you have to take the legs off something, the body, the head.
Are they
the
real
arm.
Oh
things?
no,
They're
I would
real
just
things.
I would just do
Yeah.
breathe, but give him crocodiles for arms. I don't think anything could defeat that.
Because surely, like a dragon is almost the elements of the scariest creature.
Now their arms are too small.
And they did
Tiny
exist.
arms.
They did it. There you go.
No, but can I get your thoughts on this, right? Because we talked about this before on
They
the
still
show.
exist, technically.
And I say dragons genuinely
say they
did
did.
exist because
Yeah, they're
in,
from that den, aren't they?
in various
Criminal
parts
cultures.
of different cultures, right at the origins when they hadn't contacted each other,
Yeah.
they all had depictions of dragons.
Dragon.
And there's loads of stories dating back when there was no
Quick question.
cross
Where's the
thing.
fossils then?
So do you think,
Yeah.
in your opinion, dragons exist? Or the counter argument is a dragon is the evolutionary accumulation of like humans' biggest fears, like when you sharp teeth, big. So it's like maybe it's a
wings.
coincidence
Or it
because
was the
we're
chicken
coming into
before the
that.
chicken.
Yeah.
I reckon it's a coincidence. It's like anything that's like mythical is just a combination of animals.
But is it
anyway.
mythical? Because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have dinosaurs, so maybe those dragons.
Yeah, but you could say that about God. There's like 3,000 gods.
No, but they're not all the exact same. You're a smart man.
But I think
You're a smart fella.
I think the dragons they make are all different as well.
They are, yeah.
Like
Like a Chinese dragon is very
dragon's so
different.
long.
to a St.
That
George
is the
dragon.
whole of my argument.
I hope he wouldn't say
The
that
Chinese
one,
dragon like is so fucking different, but like
Yeah.
it's still a dragon.
But also,
It's
the
still a
Chinese
dragon.
dragon is a mythical one because it's for the new year.
They're all mythical. It's
Yeah,
a
but
fucking
they are all
dragon.
mythical.
No, but we have dinosaurs.
Wait, Lewis is the only person that's confirming them as real.
And to answer Liz's question,
They wouldn't be able to
answer
fly,
your
they're too
question,
big.
where are the fossils? As I said earlier, they've been burned by other dragons to make sure that.
Oh,
Who's
to
the-
hide it.
Yeah,
Who's the last remaining dragon then?
He could be onto something.
well, Komodo dragon.
Don't.
They burnt the others.
Well, they have.
that's
they've
fucking
lost their
good.
ability to blow flames now, haven't they?
Okay, and much smaller than.
Yeah, so where are the fossils of the
dragon.
last ever dragon?
In the ocean, mate.
Well, no,
It never died.
Maybe it's still there.
They,
Yeah.
they do go into hiding and
Like
like come
Luke,
out every
yeah.
1,000 years. That's what they do in like the stories.
Fact.
Every 1,000 years, they're like the reborn.
Right.
I kept trying to say this earlier, but I kept getting rudely interrupted by everyone. Have you seen the video of that polar bear in the Arctic? And you know, like on planet Earth and that, they have to sit there in these little shelters for like weeks
Yeah.
on end. And this polar bear's like stalking, trying to get into the shelter.
I've seen that,
Have you
yeah.
seen it?
Yeah.
It's just banging on the window. It's like
Scary,
a clear.
mate.
It's like,
Yeah. Oh, sorry for rudely interrupting you for that one.
God, fuck. I wish
Okay,
we'd heard
now-
that one
That was
earlier.
a good one,
is
that.
it the one where it's like the clear shelter, like it's
Yeah.
windows, you can see through it? Yeah, that's.
Now, the better stuff than that is like, have you seen when they're trying to photograph penguins? So like they make like a fake penguin who's like the robot. Can
They
you
just
search
make a-
robot penguin, please? He looks so.
I can already imagine it to be really
He
bad.
looks so shit.
Don't they like take it in though?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
do.
probably
start,
do,
mate,
yeah.
they thought.
Not the top right, surely.
That's that fucking ice cream.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, they used to slap.
You know they.
That one there.
Yeah.
And
The
because
wheel's got fucking wheels.
Really?
so this is the sad thing, right? So the penguin, it fell over and the wheels broke and it wouldn't work. But all the other penguins thought that it was a baby penguin that died, and they all started mourning the
Penguins
robot
are
penguin.
adorable. to
Oh,
be fair.
Yeah, they all started like being really upset. Look at
Could have
it.
put more effort in, couldn't they?
No, yeah.
He's got fucking
They actually
wheels.
have broken the law recently.
What, penguins?
Not the penguins, no. But it was to do with the penguins. So you know when they go film these documentaries and that, they have a rule where they're not allowed to like.
I know what you're about to say. It wasn't recently.
That was ages ago, yeah.
Years ago.
They just resurfaced, but I know it, yeah.
Oh, I'll fucking off then.
What do you do when?
Don't say though, because they might not see
They
that.
might
Yeah,
not
go
know.
on, you explain.
So the whole rule is you're not allowed to intervene in nature when they're filming these programs. You can't do anything. As sad as it is, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
But they basically broke the law and said, "Fuck this, we're rescuing this little penguin or something." Was it?
No,
Loads of them. They were all
Loads of them.
stuck in like
It was
this.
because they were all just jumping to their death.
Oh,
But I feel like
yeah.
they intervened because it wasn't like they were
All they
damaging
did-
another predator who was trying to hunt.
All
It
they
was just-
did, they gave them an escape route.
Yeah, it was just needless death at that point.
Oh, it was just a bunch of suicide penguins.
Maybe they also imagine if you was trying to kill yourself as a penguin, but can you fuck off? Like,
Do you know what I read-
I'm sick of this world.
Do you know what I read this morning? Is it's illegal to own one guinea pig in Switzerland.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
Why?
have to have two.
because they become very lonely and depressed.
Yep.
So the law states that you have to have at least two.
I have to
That's
have
the-
two.
I've got a
woke
guinea pig,
country, isn't it?
guinea pig fact as well. Sorry,
guinea pig.
So did you know that a lot of people bury hamsters? Sorry, a lot of people bury the.
They're not the same. That is not the same at
A lot
all.
of people bury.
Actually, it's about a lion.
A lot of people bury the hamsters thinking it's dead. because it's like really cold and it's like that and not moving. But it's actually, they're actually still alive
energy.
because like they conserve energy and they go really cold and they don't move. And even if you shake it, they won't move.
Yeah.
So like hamsters are always getting buried alive because they wake back up and they're in the ground.
How do you know? But how would the owner know that it's still in the ground alive?
No, like
You don't. You
No,
just
they
bury
don't.
it.
They think the hamster's dead.
Yeah.
And hamsters are like renowned for finding amazing ways to kill
They just
themselves.
die. all the
That
time.
is true.
Do they even exist in the wild, hamsters?
I don't know, mate. I think so.
I've never
Where-
thought about
The absolute bottom of the food.
Yeah, where would you, how was that surviving?
Can you even get? Is that even an animal? Do we just make that?
Also,
thing?
can I-
No, but maybe it was huge and we crossbred it down
they
to a
do.
hamster.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Where
Where
are
though?
they?
Oh, look at the
Oh,
little
across Europe and parts of Asia.
Oh, they're just. Oh,
They're fantastic.
That's just a pathetic.
It's pathetic species, isn't it? Like,
They love
what
dying.
they eat? A worm.
Yeah.
Flies.
that would probably kill it.
Yeah, bugs. That's
What
not-
the fuck is that?
That's Lewis.
That's Lewis this morning.
How do you choose what to talk about on your pod?
Do you do this?
Yeah, can you grab some help?
No, we just have a list.
Does someone research it, or you guys put?
Yeah, our producer. Yeah.
Okay.
Our producer. Yeah.
And then
But I
you
started making a list of things that happen, and then I'll write it down now and say,
Like
I'll
scientific
talk about
things?
that. No.
Just in
Like-
life.
News.
Yeah. Oh, like for instance.
Yeah.
That's going to talk about on the pod. There's some people that everything's 50-50.
Yeah, true.
What do you mean?
What the fuck is
Either
that?
happens or doesn't.
You either
Yeah,
you win the lottery or you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
No.
win the lottery or you don't.
Oh, well, I kind of
You either die or you don't.
That's not
50-50 chance, mate.
That's not. No,
Wait, is that how some people perceive
That's
their
how some,
lives to be?
and it really pisses Arthur off. And so I've just started saying, 50-50.
But he doesn't believe in free will.
Well, it's 50-50.
Yeah, he thinks it's 100%.
No,
then,
I've had this conversation with him.
he doesn't.
What's the
He
point in
thinks-
everything?
He thinks what will happen was always going to happen.
predetermined.
But I
That's
believe that
crazy,
as well.
So
Do
then,
you?
Yeah, I do.
That's
You were always going to do that. You were always going to do. You were always going to do
I
that.
wasn't because if you
Oh,
never,
50-50. You were or you weren't.
if you didn't bring that up, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, but I was
bring
always
it
going
up.
to
But
bring it up.
do you not think that answer is it's an answer that is different for the subject level you ask it on? Because like if there's free will in terms of God in the universe, then
Yeah.
possibly not. But if there's personal free will, then there would be.
I just don't think there's any.
No, that's my
rest of
choice.
the
He was always going to do that.
I think Reeve is trying to come on your podcast right now.
Oh,
Question. I'm asking.
Wait, what?
yeah, we
trial.
can bring you on for free will.
It's a trial.
Well, do you think
Yeah.
you have free will then? Do you think you can do
Absolutely, I think we can choose what we want to do. Yeah.
what and you don't think that?
What do you
But
want
I
to
think-
do right now?
No, but I think it's different if you ask it on the level of the universe. Then obviously that's always predetermined. But if you ask it on a personal level of me individually, I think then we do have free.
What do you want to do?
So are you
Yeah, but
religious
if it's-
then? Is that what you're...
Me? No.
What do you mean then no free will? Like, who's in charge of that?
I'm like in general in the universe that if you think there's no free will in general in the universe, then you can't have free will. You can't then just have free will if there's no.
But you think
if
there's no free
everything's
will?
determined anyway.
No, I don't. I mean, yes, I do. I think there is free will because I can choose to do what I want to do.
Yeah, I agree.
But the thing
Yeah,
is,
but you were always going to do that.
I think
you don't have free will in the brain, but like not able because I always used to look over back
Got
fields,
brain first.
and I used to look over there, and I'm like, I could just like
Go
get out my car and walk all the way over there.
yeah.
But like I never do.
Yeah, but
So do we have
Bach's
free will?
argument is you were always going to do that.
Do you think that?
But what if
But isn't that quite nihilistic though? Because then you just choose not to do anything. Then
No, I think it's a nice way to live because if you don't think you have free will, you'll never have regrets because you were always going to make that decision anyway.
I think
So-
a cop out.
yeah, I think it is as well.
Because that
You were
just
always going to
means
say that.
if you have,
You were always going to say
but that means if you have like a life that's not went nice for you, that's kind of like just that's a bit bullshit. Like it's like it was always going to be shit. I couldn't even impact it. That's a fucking wank.
But you can change your outcome.
you can change your outcome. You can.
But he's
I
saying I
don't
can't.
think. Yeah, I don't think you can decide how the rest of your life goes. I think it was
Why don't you
always
just sit
going
in
to
a
go like
box and
that.
see what happens?
No, but your choices make your choices
me
make a
off with
difference
that.
to the path you end up on though. That's
You always
Yeah, but
gonna
you're
make the
always going
choice.
to make that choice.
Always 50-50.
If you don't believe in free will, that's how you think about
So
it.
why the fuck are we even here then? What are we doing?
Yeah, good point.
See, I have this issue with philosophy and psychology and all those ologies. Is that
One was off of
Biology.
biology, physiology, not physiology,
physiology.
Jizzology.
Cheers on Ollie.
Hang on.
I have an
cheers.
issue with that. Too many people like to think too deeply into things. So, for example, like you could have
He's
we had this argument
Not
waffling the other day.
Because he has no thoughts. And
We
he
had
thinks
this
about
argument waffling the other day, and they were like trying to like deep this thought of like, is the table really here, or is it just we think it's there?
Yeah, that's
Feel it.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like, no, the
it's
table's
fucking
there.
What's the point of like...
If you question everything all the time.
Yeah.
You never be in the now.
But I'm like that.
And
about-
sometimes there's a lot of things you don't need to know or how they work. You just know.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
know the
being
table's there.
versus doing.
I can
Yeah, it
do.
doesn't need any thought.
It doesn't
yeah.
need any thought.
That's sort of
Yeah.
like with art, in it, where they're like just being pretentious and looking really deep into it. Like you can think deep about some stuff, but like that is pointless.
That's not the same.
It is.
That's subjective how you view something. He's talking about there's no need to be that.
No, but they're trying to do it to try and sound clever. But the table's there. There's not even a conversation to be had.
Oh, that is not.
No, that's not the same.
It is.
Because
It's
art is how you view it to be perceived.
same-
No, but they're just making up shit to sound smart.
this table is always here.
That's got nothing to do with what the point was.
Lewis, because for example, Lou,
It is.
a
Absolutely nothing to do with
dog's
it.
perception of the world is all black and white and colourless.
That's sepia, actually.
But our perception of the what,
sepia.
okay, fucking shoot me.
No, I'm just saying. It's
Jesus Christ, sepia, black and white is pretty similar.
It's like
like
shade of
brownish.
black and white.
Brownish.
It's like a brownishy,
All right.
purpley brown.
So that's what my dog sees when
Yeah.
I'm going.
No,
Yeah.
but the point is,
they're colourblind.
it doesn't matter what they see. The point is still valid. Their
Yeah,
perception of
sorry,
the world is
carry on.
different to our perception of the world. So,
Yeah.
I don't know what my point is, to be honest.
Do you know gazelles?
Why do you talk?
Do you know?
The point is that the perception of the table what we have here may not actually be correct. It's just what we think.
I just think,
Yeah.
why does it all like whether we got free will or not? Who cares?
Do you know gazelles
What's the point?
see in?
Why worry about it? Don't worry about
Exactly.
Yeah.
it. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, if
You
you
don't have
don't,
free will, you don't
If
have
you
will.
don't, just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I have a gazelle fact about eyesight.
We're never good enough.
Do you know how lions are orange and you think it's shit camouflage?
No, it's not.
A
I saw this
gazelle
on TikTok.
sees it and it's actually green in their vision.
Yeah, I saw
Oh.
TikTok.
So
But-
they're
so
actually
then- but it's
green.
green
So-
still
So the
Lions are
camouflage,
not
the
orange.
camouflage to their tigers. So the camouflage to the predator, to the victim.
Yeah.
What do you
You
call
ever
it?
wondered it?
So what do they see
pride.
green as green though?
They,
So,
they-
no, their green must be orange.
yeah, I saw.
But then
this
they
TikTok
still
as well.
stand.
So you don't even know if it's
But then
relative.
they stand out because they
They
mean like
see everything as green.
But also,
Their entire
everything
vision is
fucking
green.
green.
Lou, I saw the same TikTok you were on.
They were camels,
But
weren't they?
I posed this
You need to
question
stop
to you.
getting-
We can't ask for you to decide.
They get all their knowledge from
TikTok.
TikTok. It's crazy.
I posed this question.
Go on then.
They're going bad for bad
How?
on TikTok knowledge right now.
Neither of them knows the full
If
TikTok.
dogs can't speak English,
Dogs, yeah.
oh, okay.
Oh, you're
How
cooking.
on earth?
Oh,
How on earth do we know what they see and what color?
We could just investigate their eyeball
what the fuck are you on about?
and their
How do
brain.
we know the dog sees in sepia?
I have a good.
Well,
There would have been
would-
tests done.
They'll just test their
Yeah.
eyes and their
Yeah.
brain.
If you
and-
could
When they
ask-
die, I go.
How though?
They're not speaking to them.
I don't know. I'm not a fucking scientist. I don't know.
If you
How?
could ask a,
How?
Or vet. I don't know.
if you could ask an animal one question, what animal would it be?
Dog,
and
do you
what
understand
question?
me?
And what question would it be?
Are you
Dog, do you
sucking it?
understand me?
Oh.
Ooh.
Dog, do you understand me?
Well, that's a shit
What a
question.
waste.
What?
He goes, yes.
He goes yes or no, and then it's done. It's actually, yeah.
Because every time you speak to your dog, you do question like, is it listening to me? Is
But
it-
you know they understand what you're getting.
That's
They get
that's
it.
a really good question.
I thought
They
that was
don't,
pretty
though.
deep.
They know what you're getting
They
at.
know that because of the sound and how you're saying it. a lot of
Exactly,
the
so
time.
the
but if
dog-
you're
Yeah.
talking to it like, "Hey mate, how you feeling?" It's just looking like this.
What would you?
Who
ask?
does
That answers
Yeah,
the
no, I
question.
think you've got
Who does that to their dog?
Dunno.
Hi mate, how you feeling?
I think we don't give Theo a question. We got to
I think
give
that's
someone
a
else
good-
two.
Also, you're just completely diminishing it. That's a great question.
Dog,
Ask
do you
your
understand
dog.
me? Yes.
Imagine you finding out your dog actually
I
understands.
know
what you're
I know she gets the gist of what I'm saying by
Yeah,
my
it's
tone.
kind of
You've
fucking
asked-
She doesn't
word.
understand. She'll know food means she's getting
No, but
food.
you could ask.
Theo, you've
doesn't
asked
understand
the
the word.
one word. He can only
If
give a
you
one word
don't,
answer.
She doesn't understand the word food
Conditioning.
as what we
Yeah.
see food
I know,
as.
but if you spoke to her and said like, "Hey,
I know
do
she
you think I
understands
should
the
do
waste
this?
of-
Like, hold your paw out if you think I should do this or not. You think it's a good idea."
No, she does it because she does it. She knows she gets a treat.
Go
think it's a
through
good
my
idea?
advice.
Imagine-
Go
imagine
through my
one
investment advice.
Imagine you find out. Imagine you find-
The stocks are looking
It's a good
dodgy. Do you think I should
question.
Yeah,
invest?
but you
Imagine
get one
you-
question to ask any animal, and you go in. You're
Do you
right.
understand
Imagine
me?
you find out if your dog genuinely understands you.
It probably does.
It's
fair
you're
amount.
asking a closed question. You want to ask like a dolphin an
Yeah,
open question,
exactly,
so you have a big
exactly.
answer.
Yeah. But also, when we ask the question, do they have to answer?
They will answer, and they're able to answer. You completely understand them, but then it's back to normal. You can now understand them anymore.
Usually-
So you have one animal, one question.
I'd ask like a deep sea dweller. Is there any sign of like alien life
Oh yeah.
at the bottom of the sea?
I think
going on
I'd
down
go to dolphins. Dolphins
but
are orcas because they're like dolphins are supposed to be like really into it, and maybe ask them something
No,
about.
but if you can communicate to them, it doesn't matter how unintelligent they are. they'd still give you the
I'd ask
answer.
dolphins what are your opinions on humans.
That's worse than asking.
That is
dog.
not-
That's
I'd
really
say
no.
that's
That's
a
actually
dog.
really good because dolphins are
Why?
done dirty by us because they're intelligent enough to come up with an actual
Dolphins
opinion.
like humans.
What's
up
your
with an
opinion
actual
on humans? Oh yeah,
That's
quite
fine.
impartial. Don't
You
see about
you went to
any animal is
objectively-
going to come up with an opinion because that's the whole point of the question.
Theo,
Yeah.
you went to objectively quite a thick animal and asked it a yes or no question.
No, dogs have the intelligence of a 2-year-old child.
Yeah,
That's quite
so quite a thick
Yeah.
question.
Mate, you've
a
gone for a
2-year-old child's
dolphin.
not going to give you one
Dude,
animal.
You've gone for a dolphin because you
Smarter
think
than
they're
you.
smart, but every animal
Yeah.
hypothetically is going to give you an answer. It doesn't matter how
Yeah, but
smart
you're
they are.
going to get a better answer
No,
off a
but
smarter animal.
all the answer the
Yes,
dolphin's
you
going to
are.
give you
You're
is like, don't really
Wait,
mind
sorry,
it.
of course you are.
That's
No.
part of the question.
Yeah, no. You have to think about the animal you're asking because of their intelligence
You're
level.
working out.
You never said that.
It goes without saying which animal. You
No,
have to,
if you can
think.
communicate to them anyway, it doesn't matter how dumb they are, they'd still give you an answer of what
Yeah.
they
Yes,
know.
but you
Yeah.
gave an answer. You wouldn't be able to ask a dog, "What's your thoughts on philosophy?"
But you
Because
wouldn't- no, but
it
you wouldn't do that with
fucking
any animal.
understand.
No.
We don't do that-
You could
we
do
don't
a
even do that
dolphin-
for
you could do a
Lewis,
dolphin or
I'm,
orca.
I'm understanding
talk to a
I'm
dolphin or orca
understanding a
about
fact
philosophy.
from this animal. Do you understand me? Yes or no? You've asked for an opinion.
Yes, an open question, so I get more of a yes or
Oh,
no
what are they going to
answer.
say? Yeah, humans are right. Yeah,
That's
you're
true.
right.
You have asked for an
They're
opinion,
trying to
yeah.
how to put mine down. I've asked an intelligent animal a
Doesn't
question.
matter about how smart they are. It doesn't matter.
It does matter. It's my question, dickhead. I came up with it.
No, but you said originally, doesn't matter what the animal is, they understand you and they
Yeah.
can talk back to you. So on some level, they're all the same intelligence because they're
Correct.
talking to us.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but a dolphin could definitely. This
So what are
this
you
is in the
envisioning?
question.
Like you,
A
you ask
dolphin
a
or an
really
orca.
stupid
A dolphin or
termite
orca could
question
give.
and it goes,
No, a dolphin or
I kind of
orca
get what you're saying here.
could give a
but
better question. Or you might ask an elephant because they never forget.
That would be a good one.
Wait,
Oh, that would be a good one. That would be
Like, what was
asking,
Jesus like?
asking a 300-year-old tortoise.
That would
Yeah,
be a
the
good
old-
one.
the old
no,
one
no,
is
no,
good.
no,
The old
yeah.
one is
Yeah.
good.
Elephants, just because they're old, doesn't mean they're like 2,000 years old.
Yeah, I don't know.
They pass
Jesus.
on information though.
Do they?
Yeah, they actually do. So elephants pass on information about like watering and where water holes and where
That
they
is true,
because
actually.
some,
Hang
some
about.
water
Okay.
spots.
But that's not useful
And
for
so
you, though.
Yeah,
What
some water spots only pass.
Look,
like,
what
every
elephant are
200
you going to
years.
ask that as ancestry that traces back all the way back to Jesus?
I think that turtle might be a good
he
shout.
found-
Yeah, yeah,
I
a
think
really old
I think
turtle.
a really old
tortoise.
turtle's a shout.
I'd be like, who's the biggest dickhead you've ever met?
I'm surprised you said
And he
that
would
word
go,
angry
you.
today, aren't you?
It's the worst dickhead in the bad
3
word.
times now.
yeah, I actually
good.
don't have an answer for that. I'd have to think.
Yeah, crazy answer yours was
such a
though,
fucking-
like
I think
asking
I
a
would ask for
dolphin the
dog
opinion of
something, though.
humans.
I think that's 2 bad choices from you guys.
Yeah.
Who
No,
would
but I
you
would
pick?
ask. No, but Theo.
Oh,
Because the rule of the question is they understand you
Yeah,
and
they
can
can
answer. And you've
communicate
just
anyway.
asked.
You asked how
And you
are you, and they go,
understand.
well, your one question is like, yeah, not bad.
I didn't ask how are you.
You said, can you understand me? You're right, mate.
I said,
Can
do you actually understand me, or is it just like you understand?
Well, at that point, they'd say yes.
But that was the rule of the question. They have to say
when,
yes.
when you're not normal outside of the sense of this communication.
Oh, so
when,
you're saying can all dogs as breeds
Yeah.
understand?
Right, okay, Theo,
Yeah, like,
let's
actually
pretend.
understand.
Can we pretend
It's
the
a good
dog's here?
question.
Theo, can we
Better
pretend the
than
dog's here? And can you word it how you would? So the dog's here.
Yeah.
Can you word it to
Like
the
that.
dog there?
Hello, mate. Good to finally chat to you. Like you know, like before and after we have this like magical conversation. Like, do you genuinely understand me, or are you just like?
And he'd go,
Yeah, I understand.
yeah, I understand you.
Oh, so like when I'm speaking to you about
No,
that's
it.
good.
That's
More
it.
you
You're
don't
not
reply.
same thing.
And then it's like, woof, woof, woof.
Have you,
Brilliant.
have you got a dog, family dog? Have you ever had one?
No.
That's why that's a stupid. Honestly,
Yeah.
mate, they know what you're
understand.
saying.
Even body language.
I thought
they
you
don't
had a
even-
dog. That's why you wanted to ask the question.
No. I've been around dogs.
No, yeah, no.
I've seen them before.
I wouldn't waste that on my dog because I know she does
all dogs
understand the
do.
gist.
Yeah.
Like she, obviously it's not the
Certain
same
words,
language,
yeah.
but they tones as well. Like I could say to her, "Do you want me to chop your head off? Shall I chop your head off?" And she'd be like jumping up, and she doesn't understand the words.
Yeah.
it's all tone and
Maybe they can.
Also, there's you could.
that'd be the
You
same.
wouldn't jump up and down if he's got threatening to chop a head
That'd
off.
be the same if I spoke to like someone from Africa, but they'd be able to understand my body language or tone, or
Yeah,
they
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
understand the words I'm saying.
Body language is huge with dogs as well.
Go on, Bach,
you can have a
But
whole
when I get my
conversation with
cock out, she knows it's playtime.
Who would you pick?
Oh, I would pick. I'd pick
And what?
a chimpanzee.
Oh,
Oh,
good
well, you're
one.
asking him because he's going to kick off.
I would say, are you jealous?
Oh, hold that.
Hold
Your
that.
question.
You jealous? Hold
On a
that.
fucking chimpanzee.
Hold that.
He's going to rip his head
Our
off.
DNA went further than your DNA.
Hold that.
And then he bites his face off.
Here's the question. Are they still evolving? So they're going to become us?
Well, we're always evolving.
No.
aren't we?
There's no
So
pressure for them.
they
to
just
come
hit a
up.
dead end.
It's a different branch.
Yeah.
So they just dead end now.
No, yeah, we had the pressure to come down from the trees. They don't have that pressure.
So if we put pressure on them,
We already, but Lewis,
Precious for tyres.
that's the saddest thing. We are putting pressure on them because we're deforestation, brother.
True, actually.
Because we're deforestation.
What's so funny about
It's because
that?
you didn't phrase it right. You said because we deforestation, brother.
We do deforestation. You find deforestation funny, do you?
Find the way you say it funny.
Do you find it funny?
No, I don't like it.
Good.
Or maybe they.
Goodbye.
Oh damn. Maybe they will be forced down from the trees because of deforestation.
Bad, isn't it?
Are we evolved?
Urbanization of the chimps.
Devolving.
We're going to
based
run
on
out
this
of.
show.
No, we're not. We're evolving.
We're going to
No,
run out
I
of
tell you.
fingers.
I tell you what.
Oh, you'll
animal is
evolve a little bit.
evolving.
What?
The fox.
Ooh, why?
They are, because say 20, 30 years ago, they wouldn't be as essentially brave as they are now. Like, they are so used to humans and living in urban environments that you can walk up to like a foot away and they're just so calm. Rarely attack.
I've never seen a fox stand.
That's change.
not
That's
run
change
off.
of
We have a
environment.
local fox near us. Oh, poor little thing's got one broken arm.
Oh, really?
Really sad.
I'm surprised foxes haven't been domesticated, to be honest.
Have you seen the video of the guy
They're really
saying?
fucking cute.
Yeah.
I've not seen the video of the guy saying like, since these people at the bus stop, like the fox is fine. Is one right there. He's like, look, he's lovely. Goes up to stroke it, it just bites his fucking hand.
Yeah.
They still like some of them are little twats.
They are
Well, yeah, they're
still
yeah,
wild
they're not-
animals.
Yeah.
They're not.
Have you heard them when they shag
You
as
see that
well?
wild animal been biting people.
That's when they're fighting, innit?
I don't know. When I first
Same
moved
sound.
here,
Same sound,
there was the craziest noises. I'm like, what bird
Could
is
be
that?
cats.
Yeah.
Cats.
Foxes
Who's
shagging.
knows fox shagging?
Isn't it a thing though? If a fox comes close to you during the day, it's because they got something wrong with them.
Really? Well, it has got like a broken arm. It's,
Oh.
it's a pair of them. I don't know how they both got into
Also,
like
isn't
this.
it desperation for food and stuff?
Yeah,
Well, they
it must
must
be.
come- that's why they're around humans.
Yeah.
Go through bins and that. Because of all the food waste. That's another issue we should discuss.
Oh,
Yeah. Would you say there's such thing as waste of food, but just because a human isn't eating it?
It was going to either get eaten or not eaten, but it wasn't going to go over to another part of the country.
Oh, that waste of
but you
food's not
put
gonna be
it you
fed
put
back.
it in the bin. Something's going to eat it.
Not necessarily.
Yeah,
that's true.
No, 'cause
microorganisms.
Animals.
Will eat that.
Go to a dump.
Yeah, microorganisms will eat it.
Are you advocating microorganisms?
No, but I'm saying is there such thing as waste?
Well, you should do. They're-
I never
Microorganisms.
thought of it like that.
That's
That's
true,
fucking
actually.
deep, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I
Hey,
think.
deep side is
That's
deep
why I
side.
think you should be buried, because you're going to get eaten essentially by all these little things, and you're
Worm.
given back to life.
How long will it take for the microorganisms to eat a banana?
I don't know, man. You'd have to ask.
Is that the same as erosion?
No,
No, that's
erosion's just like
like
water on
rotting.
rock.
Not erosion, sorry.
It's like wind and water on rock.
When you put a banana on the floor and it just like decay.
Decay, yeah, it's because microorganisms.
Really?
If you put a banana on like Mars where there's nothing, it would stay like that. That's why the bodies
Oh
the bodies
my
on top
God.
of Everest don't really decompose because there's no
Surely-
light.
Also because
Surely-
they're frozen.
Yeah, but also
Well,
there's no
nothing's
life
eating
to
it
like
'cause
break
they
it
can't-
down.
The
Yeah.
microorganisms
Also
can't
they're
survive up
frozen,
there.
yeah.
But surely we get a banana on one of these missions, and like we put it on Mars with like a single microorganism, and then we see how
long it
long the
takes.
banana lasts.
Oh, space question. You know, if we went up into space and then went outside the space shuttle, we just blow up, right?
Yeah.
Is that true?
But
We
no,
blow up?
I
Would we
don't
blow
know.
up?
In a vacuum.
Don't think
Wait,
about
what was
it.
that
You
question?
saw your head like.
Yeah,
If you're in
explode.
space and you go out into space without a suit, you just blow up.
That's true. That's what happened.
Well, it's sort
No,
of
it's
true.
not.
We
I
kind
think
of
you
don't
know what
actually
happened.
expand.
It's true.
Yeah,
You
well,
don't
that is
blow up,
blowing
you
up.
expand.
That is
true.
blowing up.
That's not
You
blowing up.
To a point where you'd explode, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were picturing like you walk out and
Look at Theo, so dumb. You're fucking wrong. Shut your mouth. Anyway,
You
back
don't-
to our
you have to-
Yeah, but over a period of time,
Back to our
it would in
intelligent
theory
question
blow
now.
up.
you on.
adults are talking. Adults are talking.
I'm not on Star
so-
Wars and stuff. Like you.
Oh, yeah. That,
Oh, Star Wars.
documentary.
Brilliant. Star Wars. You get your space knowledge from Star Wars, mate, buddy.
You see Princess
Why don't you
Leia.
why don't you Lewis,
No, have you seen it?
Let the adults talk. We're having a conversation.
And this is because I called him
Anyways,
before.
back. Well,
He's
as we were
That's why he
referring
thinks
to.
fucking Bigfoot's real.
No, but you're not,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
not
yeah,
crystallized and dry
Bigfoot
up.
blog.
So if humans expand and blow up,
Yeah.
what happens to like if you just put a banana in space?
Don't know.
Would that blow up?
I don't
Oh,
know.
don't ask me. Don't look at me.
What happens to that?
I've got fucking no idea.
I don't know.
know.
What happens with a banana?
I couldn't tell
in
you
a
if you
vacuum?
put a banana. I don't know.
I don't know.
Wait, so what happens to humans in space? Why do we blow up like that?
I thought you
don't understand
crystallized.
it.
There's no air. Like there's nothing. No pressure keeping you together.
Yeah.
Lack of pressure. So you just.
But how? Why
Expansion,
doesn't it
isn't
happen
it?
to
Yeah.
this like
So it
space
probably would
shuttles?
happen to a banana.
What about
I
the
don't know.
space shuttles? Why do they not do that?
I don't know actually. I never thought about
Like,
it.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
if you go
but they are pressurized. The cabins are pressurized.
Yeah.
So there is something keeping them out against the pressure of.
I see the inside is keeping the
do
outside
you not
out.
implode like on that underwater thing, ocean?
That's when you got
too much
loads of
pressure.
pressure outside.
Going-
That's
of
too
you.
much pressure.
Yeah.
It's the inverse, isn't it?
Do you know when
Watch it now.
Because it expands to whatever the.
if you go into a black hole, do you know, the
Differentiate.
term is genuinely spaghettification.
Yeah.
But if you go to a
Yeah.
black hole, like you stretch
But that's
like the
antimatter
guy
though,
out of
isn't it?
Fantastic Four, and you go like really
Yeah,
long.
Black holes are
Yeah.
different though.
Yeah,
Which is weird.
that's because like the gravity at the top of your head is so different to the bottom of your
just go-
legs, so you just
You
get-
die though. You will die
Oh yeah.
Implode.
Well,
You'd
I
actually.
think you will
do you?
because your body is
Or you end up
biological.
in a library.
So if your body
book
gets
Never know.
stretched, you're dead.
They
Well,
do
we don't know.
We probably
We don't know what's in there.
case.
Like when you to the outside observer, you see this guy get spaghettified, but he's on the other side
In a book
gone
case.
through,
Yeah.
going
Yeah, the
towards the
light's
singularity.
frozen, innit?
So yeah, in a book.
Surely
case,
we're gonna-
watching his daughter.
What's the nearest black hole? How far are we talking?
A long way away.
Center of the Milky Way. The Milky Way is 100 light years across.
Okay, so it's 50
Yeah.
light years away.
Probably yeah, because we're quite far out.
So how long will that take?
No,
50
100,000 light years. Sorry, 100,000.
Oh, 100,000.
So 50,000
That's
light
quite
years.
close, yeah.
And it's a supermassive black hole as well.
Supermassive.
They're
How? So
the first ever band to play at the new Wembley, weren't they? Anyway.
Were they?
hypothetically speaking,
I don't know
could we
what
go
you're
at the
on
speed of
about.
light?
Muse.
No, anything with mass can't go at the speed of light.
Just short of it.
Yeah.
The theory is like you
I don't
go
know
through a
how close you
wormhole,
can
isn't
get,
it?
really. If wormholes are real, yeah, that's the only thing.
And
that
they
can
could
really-
be possible. So that's like you like
That's the
space is like flat, but you fold the piece of paper and then
I know.
go through.
I know,
Anywhere
buddy.
seen that?
Yeah.
What space fact
Interstellar.
absolutely blows your mind every time you think about it?
What?
What space fact absolutely blows your mind?
Oh, I thought you were about to tell. Do you know what space fact?
no, I was
what
prompted.
Space, what space fact does blow my mind every
And what's the
time?
best
Wait, is
one?
space like what you got?
Studied
you
astrophysics.
Yeah,
That's fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
I bet-
I don't remember much.
I
of
love
it, but-
space.
Mate, that was so space.
Did you
Space, bro.
you pass
Yeah,
with what?
I got 2-1.
That's fucking good, man.
That's the best. That's the best
was gonna
mark, isn't it?
drop out.
Because it shows that you're not too dedicated to the
Yeah.
course.
Yeah,
I'm
Also,
not
you had a
too
good
keen.
time.
What uni?
Yeah.
You had a good time and not
It was
too much of a
open.
nerd.
Yeah.
It was all on that.
Oh, I think I've seen you talk about that.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the best fact in your arsenal that you like to whip out at any time?
Or in your ass.
Or in my arse. I don't know what the. I think the coolest thing to me is thinking about like aliens and stuff. And there is a chance there's like life
I love aliens.
in the
But if it's infinite,
in the
it'll let-
oceans on
The
like
ocean.
Jupiter's and Saturn's moons.
Nice.
That would make the most sense because water needs.
So they got like a frozen
Oxygen.
crust.
I thought they
and then-
found microbes on there already.
Not yet. They haven't actually found any microbes that.
Wait,
like,
say that again. So on Jupiter and Saturn's moons,
Yeah.
There's
There's
water.
essential life.
well, because there's like liquid oceans underneath a crust of ice.
How do we know that?
Oh, because they send satellites
Yeah.
and you can use like.
How the hell? That's kind of mad, isn't it? If
There's
you
a
think about it?
satellite
they're
that's
very
left
clever.
the solar system now.
Yeah, I think
it's
how
still
smart humans
going.
are to even do that, by the way.
How about I saw the other day that the moon is hollow? Is this true?
Seeing this, the hollow moon
No, it's not hollow.
could be.
How do you know?
Well, yeah,
it's not.
That's
And
what
I
the
was
Egyptians
told
hide.
it was made of cheese.
No, no.
Yeah.
The theory is right. It's because the moon is the exact sort of like fraction of the sun, so we get the perfect eclipse, and it's in the exact place that it helps the tides and like essentially makes the Earth
the
work.
weight of
But why
And
would it be
it's-
hollow though?
Because apparently
Because
the
it's
weight of it
constructed.
doesn't add up to the size. It's one of the biggest moons.
And
isn't
it also never rotates
in relation
fully.
to its Earth. Like, in
Oh, I
relation
see.
to its planet.
Yeah, to the
Yeah,
planet.
it never rotates fully as well because of how it's positioned.
No, but
so
that's
it's
the,
like
that's
what's on
the
the other
direct.
side.
Isn't that just both gravitational?
It's just a
Pulls
theory.
from
I
it.
mean, like,
It's just there's a lot of coincidences with the moon.
Question:
Yeah.
Why are we not been back?
To the moon.
Yes.
This is not worth it. It costs like so much money, and what do you get out of it? There was a
You-
space race just to say you were the first one there,
Yeah.
but then you don't get much out of
Will we not like drill?
And no one
drill
funds
holes?
it.
also,
No one funds
haven't-
it.
we have been back, haven't we? We've
No.
not man, but
No,
we've
no
been
man,
back
yeah.
to the moon and collected stuff and data. No,
I mean, there's a
since the Apollo
I just
mission.
don't get what there is
Sure we
to do
have?
there.
Why are they looking to colonize Mars, not the moon?
no. They'll go moon first, and then they'll.
Use that as
The
like a
thing
base
is,
camp.
they're just doing it because,
They can.
and also Elon Musk really wants to go
Yeah.
to Mars. If there wasn't him putting pressure, I don't think we'd do it.
I don't understand why we want to live on Mars. Life on Mars, man. It's just not the one.
Nah.
Multiplanetary. That's all, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Quite cool.
Just
I think it's
why not?
that's the
Earth
next
dies.
step of civilization, though, isn't it? That's what.
Yeah.
If,
And
if
yeah,
World
Earth
War
will be
breaks
gone.
out,
It's
on
either that
Earth,
or we transcend and become like part of AI.
You could argue that life on Mars would actually be the death on Earth.
John
Because
Sim.
the amount of wars that could start over who governs Mars.
Yeah. Imagine the. Oh,
Who governs Earth?
Imagine instead of World Cup, you've got Mars versus.
No.
It's not government of Earth.
Which universal?
What do you say?
No, Who governs Earth?
Each individual government.
Well, that's why there's
but
wars.
That's why there's wars.
Yeah.
But it'd be the same on Mars. You would have
No,
one
because there's only
government.
one.
There's only one Mars.
There's only one Earth. What
Yeah, but
are you on
as in-
No,
about?
there's only
Yeah, but-
one person there going there.
Yeah.
Isn't it mental that we've got?
It would have been
different
one.
countries?
What are you on about?
We'll
It's
just
not
America
run
just
by
go.
one.
Well, it'd be
unit.
like UN that would like.
Do you think
or
Mars
like a
will be
group
one
of
unit?
It would have to be like what? There's no countries.
Yeah, it probably
on Mars.
will be.
You have to
It'll probably
create a
be
country.
like-
There's no seas to divide countries.
There's technically no countries. Like it's just a bit of land, and
No,
then
but-
someone writes a line on a map.
Can
Like,
it-
what's the difference between Scotland and England? Nothing.
Yeah, but that's what you're deep in it now. There's laws that differentiate between countries. Otherwise, we could just say there's no laws anywhere.
On
Well, there's not unless you want to go to prison.
But the point is, if you go to Mars, like say America get there first,
Yeah.
they're going to be like, well,
No, I think that there's like international laws in place that you can't claim any part
Any
of
planet.
anything. Yeah. Yeah, you can't.
on the alien thing,
Yeah,
what's
there's
your
also
thoughts on
international laws
like?
about a lot of things when people
Yeah,
don't do
that's
it.
true. Actually.
What's your thoughts on like? Why can't
We
we,
brought back
see
here
them?
just to
Because if you look,
pressure about-
if you look at Earth,
Mate, we haven't even asked
can't
any of the
see
stuff
what?
that we.
no, but because if you look
Go
at
back
Earth,
to drinking.
if you look at Earth, all you see is like you can see light and see satellites and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then we look out everywhere else and we can't see shit.
Yeah.
So
What as in why can't?
so
we-
why is it either aliens hiding where they are,
They
or
don't exist.
we're just a fluke?
Don't
And
know
they
what's
haven't,
going on.
or they exist, but they haven't evolved to a point where they can create stuff like this. They're just like little fucking dinosaurs and that.
We might be the most developed species.
Yeah, we might have been like really
Potentially, yeah,
circumstantial.
potentially. I mean, if they're advanced enough, they'd make it so that they could never be detected. So if they're
Yeah,
way
exactly.
more advanced than us,
Yeah.
we wouldn't see us.
Yeah, it's
see them.
catch-22.
meanwhile, us idiots would be like, we're here. Come say hello.
Yeah.
Well, what they're saying with AI is they're saying like at one point AI is going to become smarter than us, and then the question
You already said it is.
the question that's coming around is, well, no, did I tell you about the AI blackmailing people?
Yeah.
Blackmailing people.
So essentially, right, they were trying to put a kill switch into this form of AI, and then what they did to test if it was becoming sentient was they give the AI fake emails of a coworker like cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
And essentially, the AI started, like, I think it was 20% of the time, the AI would use the emails to blackmail the coder into not making them put a kill switch in.
Really?
And then, another percentage of the times, like, the AI just refused to put a kill switch in or put in, like, an override for itself. And, like, it's like the question is, like, when it becomes sentient and smarter than us, is it not the smartest thing to let AI be the president? Because if it knows more than everyone,
But don't you think if it was that
President of what? The world. The president.
Don't you think? Don't you think if it was that advanced,
Actually, yeah.
Actually,
for the same reason that we're saying, like, if aliens are that advanced, they want to remain undetected. Don't you think if AI was that advanced, it wouldn't want us to know that it was sentient?
that's what I mean. But like we're
great
seeing
point.
we're genuine seeing signs now, and this is not bullshit. Like there's genuine signs that it is sentient and making decisions for itself to preserve itself.
That's how
Which
it
is
hides in plain
weird
sight
as-
and then takes control of everything.
God, that's fucking.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. That it could be like
Faking.
fake, like dumbing itself down.
Yeah, yeah.
It's already fully fucking sentient as shit.
How do you
Yeah.
stop AI, Batch?
You can't. I don't think. I think it's too far
Wrong
gone.
answer.
Too
Wrong answer.
Wrong answer.
far gone, mate. Why?
Turn it off, mate.
Turn it off. Unplug it.
Well, 50-50. That works.
No, if you turn it off, can't come back on.
My theory about aliens is I
Take
think
the plug out.
Yeah, but there ain't no. It will find a way.
No, say
Life will
where's
find-
AI like,
Life
on a
will
big
find.
server, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just unplug the server, no power.
No, but not all
Bye-bye.
AI is on that.
What if it just turns itself back on
out.
though? That's the problem.
It will find a way.
If it turns itself back on.
Then they've discovered a new way to use electricity.
Yeah, probably have.
Yeah.
Shit.
No, my theory of aliens is I think it's like us to like ants. I think they're that far like advanced from us, and they've
They don't
already
consider
studied
it.
us, and they're like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah, yeah."
They're not bothered about us.
Well, there is a thing where it's
It'd
like,
be like, we don't look at an ant and go, "Ooh," and the ant doesn't know we're looking at them. They just
I think Earth's like a farm for aliens. Like they're keeping us. Like I think
what
they.
they
farming
films,
for
mate.
what they farm.
Well, we're a place that's like full of like water, like liquid water. It's like it's very rare across the universe.
No, I get that, but what
Rather than-
but they're not coming down
my
and using
theory
it.
is
But they're not coming down and using.
So my
it.
theory of aliens is another civilization. They are just AI, but what does AI have that we don't have that we have? Like
You're going
like a consciousness
way
and
too
mind.
far down the
So I
rabbit hole
think
here, mate. You're
aliens are
just talking
AI
to
and they
yourself at this point.
farm us for our souls.
Yeah, we had this before. We had this.
fuck.
We did this in Backside episode 3 or whatnot, mate.
Well-
We're not doing that again.
Well, guys, I know what you're all waiting for. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is episode 2 of Pitch It.
Episode 3. We've done 3.
Yeah.
already.
Episode 3 of Pitch It. Yeah.
We did-
And this time we are doing
Uber.
Supervillain.
So we're designing our own supervillain. Has to have a name, a backstory. What does he do?
Potentially a sidekick.
Why is
or
it
something
FE,
else.
Lewis?
Well, mine is.
How
Is yours a she?
how it commits its crimes,
Yeah.
etc.
Mine is
Any other facts
sexual,
and
I'm
figures?
guessing.
Mine's no.
If
that's
yours
not
is, if
gender.
yours isn't called Cockman, I would be very
Mine
surprised.
actually hasn't got a gender either. In the end,
Mine could be either.
woman.
Mine's quite realistic.
Oh.
is it?
Actually, no, I think mine is a man.
Mine's more of like a real annoyance, but you'll see.
So, introducing the first supervillain. Presentation by Lewis Bowder.
I open my eyes.
Yeah.
Who the? Why is like?
don't know why
is
it
it
went
a
right.
child?
Why is it
Do you know what?
off-centre?
I, don't know,
Do you know-
I genuinely don't know what
I know why. It's because mine did this as well.
Yeah.
And you have to recenter it on text.
Why is it
Also,
doing that?
Lewis, lowercase on the E, uppercase on the S.
I did. I just want to preface this. I did this really quickly.
By Lewis
Yeah.
Bowden.
My Evil Supervillain by Lewis Borden. Next slide. Thank you. What is the worst / best feeling in the world?
Oh,
Going for a wee.
It's a good.
Farting whilst going for a wee.
yeah.
No.
I was saying this the other day. So.
The worst feeling is, oh God, probably when your missus wants to talk to you. Best feeling is when your missus doesn't want to talk to you.
Anyone else? Any suggestions?
When your ball sack sticks to your leg and you peel it off.
Close. Oh, that is very close. Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, do you know when? Have you? We'll come. Do you know
Oh,
when
the
there's
worst
hair-
feeling,
when, there's hair in
when
your
you're desperate
foreskin?
for a wee and you finally get to a toilet. That's probably the
And
best
fart.
thing.
Or worst feelings when someone gets a pair of scissors and just cuts your bollocks off.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah, that would be shit. Yeah.
How often do you feel that?
When
Wouldn't
you
be
get
great.
decapitated and then a group of monkeys fuck the hole that's in your head left.
Or chronic
That's
loneliness.
not good either, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, my supervillain would stop that from happening.
Or how about those?
Is that a laugh
fucking-
from Will, by the way?
how about those worms that burrow in your eyes and then eat their way out?
Next slide, please. It is actually
Fucking hell, you got to
hell.
blur that.
Jesus, is that me?
the best, worst feeling.
Actually is.
That's thick.
I want to know what Lewis is Googling.
How
This is
thick
after-
is that cock?
Is this the final
Jesus
after the
Christ.
final race?
Also, is his cock like swollen in the middle?
Wait, do you know what I love about this?
It's like the lolly. What's that fucking rocket lolly? It's like
Oh, it is like a rocket lolly, yeah.
I
Goes
love,
like
how,
that.
I love how your brain works. The only supervillain you could think of
Cock.
is literally what we were talking about, you getting a boner yesterday.
Do you know what the bad thing is, right? I feel like
Also, I put-
as I was writing the supervillain, I started realizing it was my origin story.
No, I put money. I had serious money on this being something Tom was going to produce, not you.
Probably,
no,
probably the same.
I have fucking class, mate.
Wait, what do you mean,
Okay,
what do you mean?
right.
Is it the best or the worst? What is it? Is it
Well,
and-
it's a grid. Well, you're going to find out. This is the best and worst feeling. Next slide, please.
Oh, it's at the same time.
Because
Honestly, this
when's it good?
presentation is so shit.
when is an erection good? When you're about to take someone to Pound Town. But when's it bad? When you're at a funeral,
True.
an event, you
That's
don't want
not
it.
true. What if it's a sex funeral?
Sex funeral.
The classic sex funeral.
I love how he's
Wait, have you
made
never-
it
Nearly
green
departed.
red.
You know what?
funeral.
I did go through and I
This
was
is like
like,
someone's first ever time using PowerPoint.
I went through and I was
Mate,
like, it looks
this is
shit,
good.
and I thought I'd highlight
This is a good
If this
presentation.
has taken any more than 3 minutes, I would be serious.
Wait, what if it's Bonnie Blue's funeral? She would be turning in a grave if you didn't get a boner.
Her funeral, imagine how weird her funeral would be. Anyways, next slide.
Okay, right.
I introduced to you Doctor, but it was actually supposed to be
Dr. Boner, who doesn't have a cock.
Okay, now
Yeah, he's got
the
shit in his cape. Just
It was actually
needles in his
zero penis
why has it got
other than
needles
on
in
his
his
head.
cape?
It's Reed.
cape. No boner.
It was supposed to be Dr. B.
Yeah.
Warner, but it just didn't work properly. On
This is ChatGPT photos.
No, I designed
You only get
it.
5 photos made.
No one designed it this morning, so there he is,
designed
Dr. B. Warner or Dr. Borner. Next
Dr.
slide,
B
please.
owner.
So here's the backstory.
What the fuck?
Someone's just caught us
That's a
straight.
real
They've-
person.
Yeah, meet Paul. Paul, he isn't really a hit with the
What did
ladies.
you type into Google to get that?
Yeah.
Lewis
I
Bowden
think I
lookalike.
typed in like specky dweeby nerd boy or something.
you came up.
And I kept searching. Mate, the amount of cock pictures I looked at for the other slide is like mad. I had to find like the right one. One day he was finally going to get his dick wet, and then suddenly the worst happened. He couldn't get a stiffy.
He couldn't get a stick.
Couldn't get a stiffy. So he went home. Yeah, question?
Couldn't you just take Viagra?
Oh, we're going to get onto this.
Ooh, psychic.
He couldn't get a stiffy, so he
What's
went.
Viagra?
It was an awful time for him. You know, he was embarrassed. He was sad. You know, this is the girl he loved. Next slide, please. So he goes home.
I feel like
Home to Goon, yeah. As he should.
Changed colour.
Is that him?
That was a long holiday.
Well, lads, we haven't casted the role yet, so I just want to, I don't want to be like the Professor Snape situation where it's like, it has to be how it's written. It can be either way when we do the film.
Right, got you. Wait, it's not. We're not producing a film though.
It's going to spin off into a film.
Last pitch it.
It might go.
Also, why has Goon replaced Wank? I don't like that.
It's just going off the Goon feels like
It's a bit more than that.
I've never heard
Bit
Goon in
more
my life.
Yeah, I
There it is, because it's from the Goon Shake. That's what you do. You goon and you goon shake.
No,
I don't use
That's
it.
from when AB did a presentation.
Shitty American dross.
Goon's got legs.
No, it ain't.
It's got legs.
You like it?
Are you advocating Goon?
I advocate for Goon.
No, wait, are you
Propaganda.
telling me if you're a gooner,
Yeah, you're
you're a
Goon.
wanker?
Yeah, that's.
Ah, I'm a gooner. Because I'm an Arsenal fan.
So he went off to have a nice wank,
get
and
it.
then suddenly, as he had his post-nut clarity, he was about to climax, he felt a sharp pain, and he felt a burning and tingling around his body.
I'm struggling to understand
Next
how
slide.
this is related to the.
This is
It
long.
starts to glow, and it's like,
He controls anyone that wanks.
His wank was so like depressing
This
and
is
so
him again.
hate-fueled and so
Science
self-depriving, he began to change into something else. Next slide. He became Dr. Boner. He lost his genitals. All the pain he felt channeled into his own body.
His big brain allows him to sense all erections at all times. Is that villainy?
Yes.
Is that cock
Well,
on
what's
his
he going
head?
to do to them?
Well, he could have turned good, but he had so much anger from not being able to actually lose his virginity before losing
what
his
makes
genitals.
him a villain?
Yeah,
The fact
what's-
he just know when he knows people have got a boner.
He uses his power for bad. So essentially, his big brain allows him to sense all erections. His cape helps him hide and run. Next slide, please.
Right.
What does he do? Basically, he just goes around hiding in people's bushes. And he gives them erectile dysfunction. So, like, say you're about to shag.
He also
How
goes
is
to
it-
weddings and stuff.
No.
Gives people boners at the
Hang on. Wedding then.
Weddings and stuff.
I understand. I understand his powers are sensing
I'll
erections,
lick
but
the
how does he
tit or
give them
whatever.
dysfunction?
He controls boners.
Oh, he controls them.
So if he's here, he
Police
can't.
can't stop him. He's one tagline.
So he's essentially a bit of a knob, and he's just embarrassing people, but never harming them, so he can't be stopped by the police.
So he's not a supervillain. He's just annoying.
He is,
people.
because right now, imagine you're at a
He's
funeral,
not the
right?
annoying devil.
Imagine you're at a funeral,
That's off balls of steel.
and you're giving a speech at the funeral, and then all of a sudden,
That's not a supervillain.
That's not a
though.
supervillain.
he is.
That is
a
no.
supervillain.
That's just a
Look,
slight
you
annoying
said,
villain.
what do they leave at the murder scene? That's a fucking
We'll get
villain.
around. No, this guy's a villain. He's going around like making people get embarrassed in front of the love of their life.
That is not fucking.
By the way,
That's villainy involves like.
Incorrect.
just slightly
This guy-
annoying.
This guy could take down governments.
How?
How
Say
could he
you're
do
having a
that?
presidential debate. Donald Trump gets a boner.
No one would
all over
care.
Twitter. You're not appointing him.
No, but you said he gives
Oh,
them erectile dysfunction.
Lewis,
No, he can also give bonus
He
as
can
well.
give bonus
let me
and
just
stuff.
let me just read out what we were asked to do. So,
Oh, you don't have to be that. But
Oh, is that after
Yeah,
he's
no,
a
no,
villain?
no, no, no.
We
He
can
doesn't have to murder.
No, but we can.
he said his villain.
No,
is
I know, but
annoying.
we can
method of
why.
killing.
Yeah, we know that, but we
He really doesn't like
we
Dr.
can
Boner for
prove-
some
we
reason.
can-
I'm
He's
just
fuming
saying
about
Dr.
it.
Boner.
Method of
fuming.
killing.
I think he
What they
thinks it's
leave
real.
at the murder
Yeah,
scene.
but we can
is
predispose
I don't
as the
think
worst
mine's
here. It
killed.
doesn't
Yeah.
have to be a.
Yeah,
Meant
he's just
to
a
be a
hindrance.
murder and killer.
He's a hindrance.
No,
all
not
villains
necessarily.
kill.
No, they
He
don't.
said, "What do you leave at the murder scene? A method of killing."
Have you noticed he's completely naked, by the way, as well?
Syndrome didn't kill anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he didn't have to kill. He just gives
If
people.
everyone's super,
But imagine,
then
you
no
finally-
one will be.
you finally pull that last. You've been grafting for ages. You get into that moment.
Yeah.
Dr. Boner's in the.
I do
in the bushes outside.
I do agree. He's a highly annoying person
I like
in
him.
society, but a supervillain is pushing the
He
word.
could follow you around always, never letting you
He's
have a
also
boner
just, why
until
is he
you don't
hiding
want one.
bushes? What a creep!
Because he has to be nearby.
I like him.
Oh, how close do you have to
What's
be?
the radius of his powers?
Oh, he has to be within like 10 meters.
Fucking hell!
meters.
You're joking.
He's shit.
He's barely giving anyone erectile
meters.
dysfunction at that
Funny
point.
thing, he's like sprinting. He's having to get taxis about London just to get to the
Why's he got a cape? Can't he fly?
Imagine he turns up to your
Could you
Uber.
make him fly?
Why is he getting taxis with a cape? Can't he just fly?
That's only for hiding, apparently.
Behind his cape.
He's in a bush.
This is shit.
Also,
well, I
that-
think he's a good
Lewis, where's he
supervillain.
get, if he's got to be within 10 meters at a wedding, he's got to be like front row.
He's got to be in the casket at a funeral.
Yeah.
It made me giggle him trying to
Yeah,
get
he's
him out.
probably
Out.
so fucking close.
Because he's such a shit super
Mate,
villain.
you've made
He'll
a
never get
crap
to the
villain.
president because they'll be like, I'm not letting you in. You're obviously Dr. Boner.
Obviously.
Yeah.
We've heard about you.
Like,
Your
look at
pictures
him.
everywhere.
He's like renowned as the world's shittest supervillain. Anyways, next slide, please.
This is still going.
He's his sidekick, Nurse Laxative. So basically, he works as a nurse, but instead of prescribing Viagra, he prescribes laxatives without them knowing, so they just shit themselves.
They're not even like really that related.
Also,
What's making him shit himself?
Also, I like the fact that these supervillains and whatever, it's like they're just normal people, really.
Have you not seen?
He's just a normal person just handing out the wrong
Look at his
tablet.
face.
Like,
He's in disguise, man.
what's so fucking inventive?
Supervillains don't normally have powers.
Wait, I'm confused. So they met when they went to hospital to get erection pills.
So Dr. Bonner obviously wanted to go get some fucking Viagra.
But he got laxatives instead.
But he got laxatives, and he's like, I like this guy's meat.
Yeah.
And he recruited
Basically Harley
whilst he's about to shag and shit himself. And then
Instead of getting annoyed at him because he's made him shit himself,
like his
he
move.
said, I like him, actually.
I like you. So basically, it makes
like his
sense.
move.
Because people are coming in with erectile dysfunction. That is coming, it works full cycle. Dr. Bonner gives people erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
They go to get Viagra.
I got you that.
Then
Yeah,
they get
yeah,
prescribed
yeah.
laxatives by Nurse Laxative.
Would he not just get arrested when people went, actually, these pills you're giving me are just making me shit myself?
But the biggest issue is Dr. Boner has to be in the catchment area of this hospital. Otherwise, if he goes anywhere else, it's not really a very well coordinated plan. Just go to a different.
You can't go worldwide with this.
I feel like he's going to slightly annoy
Terrorise
three people a year.
Terrorise a small Yorkshire village.
if he's lucky.
That's why I like them. They're really shit. But look at his face.
Gotta go down GP again because dick's
Look
not
at his
working.
face. That's a real doctor.
He looks evil.
That's not actually Nurse Laxative. That's a real doctor.
He looks evil.
No, that's Nurse
This has
Laxative.
to be slander, sure.
Yeah.
No, he looks evil though.
You could use Johnny Sins as a
I don't
fucking
think he's real. I think he's
doctor.
an
Who's
actor.
that?
Huh?
Don't worry.
He's a porn
Anyways,
star.
next slide.
Theo.
So yeah, any
Go
questions,
back.
Dr.
Me.
I
Bonner?
got so many questions.
I'm happy to
mate.
answer any questions.
No, go on.
Do they shit themselves to death? Is that the point?
No, it's like so
No, no
when
one
you
dies.
take a Viagra,
No one
when you're
dies.
about to have sex, and you take a Viagra, they're like, yes, it's going to work, and then they shit themselves in the bed
Oh, okay.
But why would you need that when Dr. Boner's already stopping them having a boner?
because Nurse Laxative is like to embarrass them even more.
How does
So they got a floppy and they're shitting themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But the way he works, you want to think that the Viagra's working. So Dr. Bonner will be waiting outside and actually giving them a boner.
How
So
do
he's
they-
like, this Viagra's working. Next thing, he shits himself.
How do
Oh,
they
shit
coordinate?
everywhere.
How do they coordinate between themselves?
So basically, Nurse Laxative.
She has to get close enough. He's like pushed
Resting himself, yeah.
so he's close enough to give him a boner.
really,
Was that weird bloke with a cape on outside the window?
Staring.
yeah, really trying to get
It's like the Sims.
Yeah, the Sims are wanking.
And that, like he gets caught all the time, Dr. Bonner. Like he's in the wardrobe and they just go and get someone else. Like fucking.
Wait, look,
And then you get arrested. You literally get arrested.
You
not
literally
very
said,
good.
yeah, but
the
Police can't
catch you.
stop him.
Please,
Yeah.
I'm confused. I got to ask
some
you.
reason.
So
So this is borderline like
He's not a good. He's not very good.
He's
at
a
his
sex
job.
pest. He's a sex
Stalking
offender. He's
yeah.
literally a sex pest.
But the way it would work is Dr. Bonner would decide his victim, right? Then he would give them erectile dysfunction, knowing that he'd go to Nurse Laxative.
No.
Nurse Laxative-
That's my biggest issue. How do you know he's coordinating the victim to go to that nurse?
also, if
Yeah.
it's hiding
Nurse
people's
Laxative will,
closets,
it
why
goes
didn't they
door
get
by
arrested?
door. Dr. Bonner.
Door-to-door salesman. Oh my fucking god! It's door to door.
Yeah, because that's not weird, is it?
Yeah.
A nurse coming to your
Yeah.
door being like,
I've
do you need any dick pills?
I hear you have erectile dysfunction.
That could be Dr. Bonner's calling card.
You know that, you weird.
Dr. Bonner's calling card is Nurse Laxative's business card. So they're like, they see it and they're like, oh, I'll just.
That's
call
not
Nurse
his own
Laxative.
calling
What
card.
are you on
then.
about? So they realise this weird guy,
They don't even have a calling
this
card.
weird guy in a cave has stopped them getting a boner or given them a boner at their nan's funeral, then made him shit themselves. Then they find this card and go, actually, that guy's maybe do that.
And then poo
He's a
themselves
good guy.
more.
I'm gonna go to his friend and get some pills.
Nurse Laxative's a bunch of disguises on.
Not only are they already fucking shitting their life away, they ring the number again and then get prescribed more pills.
Don't you think word would get out? Maybe don't go to that weird nurse.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're really shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of the
Nurse
film, though, you know,
Laxative
they're-
PhD.
They're not very good.
I don't think this guy successfully has a single victim.
No, yeah, I feel like he'll unironically just.
Don't look.
He'll unironically fuck.
this is Tom's
unironically
Okay, is that all
affect
questions?
the nurse. He'll end up doing it to the nurse accidentally.
They're both getting up in jail, aren't they?
Are those?
Face it.
Is those all questions?
Yeah, that was
We wanna-
mental.
No, but I want to pitch it as they're supposed to be a bad duo. You know, it's a comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, and
It's not a comedy. You said the whole point is it's a supervillain.
Yeah, but he's a really shit one. It's funny. Like, he's really bad.
No, but isn't that for us to decide whether or not it's funny?
But
Yeah, a little
Luke, did
bit.
you actually try and make this good?
No, I try to think of like the most annoying supervillain ever. Like, so he's not killing people, but he's really fucking annoying.
Have you been getting floppies in your real life?
I have suffered from not getting an erection many times.
Ah, you made it perfect. What about you?
Oh,
Dr.
Bless
Boner.
you.
It's okay. I overcome that because I moved away
Yeah,
from
it's
Dr.
good
Boner.
branding. It's good
Part of
branding. I
me
like
thinks
it.
Thanks, man.
That your brain is so mental that this is actually an imagination of your own head.
Actually-
Like when you get a floppy, you think, "Fucking hell,
it's Dr. Boner's within 10 meters.
Where is he?
I need to move the bed.
What made me giggle is the idea of Dr. Boner's like my next victim's across town, but he has no superpower to get across quick, so he's getting in an Uber.
Why is he wearing a cape? Surely he can fly.
Lou,
No, he hides.
supervillains.
So when fucking head pops out the top.
When he's in your wardrobe and he's like hidden amongst the clothes, he's just like this, but you can see his shitty massive bell end head popping over the top. He's like, oh,
That is so crap.
Oh.
Right,
Does he get any? Does he get any buzz off people getting bonus? Like, does he feel the sensation as well?
He's got no cock.
No, but he receives them as
In
like
his
a
head, it's like a
transmitter,
big
doesn't it?
orgasm.
Yeah. So does he feel?
Does he
Yeah.
have
Is
a
he just like?
Oh.
Is he just like coming in the water?
he's in the
every boner he's distracting from somebody else. He's just going. Oh.
Yeah, rated out of 10.
6.9.
I'd go 5 just because it's mental.
That's a perfect 10 out of 10 for me.
Thanks, man. Right, I guess we'll close our eyes.
I did struggle. Well, I didn't struggle with it. It comes out straight away when it was mentioned.
Is this like in an American accent? In a world.
No. In a world of so much evil,
Yeah.
comes more
I like the font.
evil.
Yeah, the
Like
font
that.
is
That's
good.
very,
It's a very
very nice
evil
font.
font, actually.
Next,
Feels it.
Dildo
I
Man.
knew it! I fucking knew it,
First
man!
thing that came to my head.
Is that not an eggplant?
Will, I told you! Will, I told you!
I have to put eggplant into ChatGPT.
I fucking told
Where do you get
Will,
that photo
man.
from? That's Dick Man.
I don't
that's
do
a
the
Fortnite
size.
That's
skin. Got
Earthworm
that.
Jim.
Who does the slide?
My editor.
Oh my god.
Your editor
That is
does
Editor
all
to make
that.
Dildo Man.
Have you said make Dildo Man a real person?
No, I tell him everything I want and then he just does it. Right, next slide. Born out of years of abuse taken from the
Not again, man. You said he was going to reuse it as well.
This dildo decided he'd been fucked around enough and it was time.
No way, he's dildo man. He is a dildo
So basically, one of my other inventions was a thrildo.
Carries on from
How is it the
It's-
same fucking photo in two different projects?
Dildo that's attached to a car seat.
You're gonna,
Right.
have to blur
While
that.
you're driving.
Can't use it again.
Oh, so it's in the same realm as this.
Everyone knows what that is.
Yeah, it's not fair. You have to blur it again.
Why? It's funny. Next.
Is this a follow-on from the?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a follow-on from the
Carrying on the
Thriller.
through lads. It's
Making a universe. He's making a
Dildo Man's methods. This crafty little shafty has been firing himself up people's arses and exiting through any orifice he can find. Most notably the mouth, leaving victims an internal pile of oversatisfied.
So he
jelly.
kills them. He kills them as he goes through them.
just like that one.
He's like
Straight through.
He's like
No, a bullet.
you know in The Boys when he goes up his arse.
Oh, and then just go.
Tiny man.
Yeah, but it actually goes up his arse and goes through into mouth and kills
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
What, does he kill them as he goes through them or not?
I mean,
Oh yeah, you're
That would
right.
kill him.
Will he come out?
He'd be covered in
He'd
shit.
come out covered in shit.
it depends.
He would stink like.
It's his shit.
can
Oh, so
do.
he
Yeah.
could choose to kill them as he goes through
Or
them
it depends how tough the person is.
Okay. How much?
Look how scary he looks.
How big is he?
Yeah. How big is this guy?
So
12 foot.
I'm supposed to be. So I'm supposed to be.
no one's surviving that. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
somehow people are tough enough to handle
Yeah.
12-foot
Some
dildo.
people can do it.
How did Lawrence transform into that?
No. Wait,
Lawrence
what are you
isn't
doing?
Lawrence
He's not.
isn't-
He's not.
Well, that's what you said.
Also, who's Lawrence?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying the person from the previous.
No, it's just a follow-on from the Thrildo.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like anyway. Next, the calling card.
You
This
came.
menace has been leaving bottles of lube attached to his signature catchphrase. I saw, you came, I conquered. At each victim, so far. Next. Bullet. Sidekick. Dildo Man has often been spotted in tandem with the bullet. Now, this obviously,
This is a bullet you mean.
Dildo Man is like 12 feet. The bullet's like 1 foot.
Oh, no bullet.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
bullet, isn't he?
Yeah.
A psychic menace capable of generating small earthquakes through vibration.
Oh, legend.
Is that Stephen Bunting in a costume?
This devastating duo has caused more problems for a city than Eze and Dean.
Oh yeah,
Double
nice
banner.
niche.
They must be stopped.
How do you stop them?
questions. I think that's it. Is there one more slide?
Wait, so Tom, am I
a
right in
question.
saying so the bullet creates the vibrations? Everyone's like, oh, what's this?
So the bullet doesn't have to attack your orifices.
Yeah.
The bullet can harm you. Basically, the bullet can shake you up, and oh my god, and then Dildo Man.
But I'd argue, you know when Dildo Man starts going up and it starts vibrating?
Dildo Man doesn't vibrate.
Dildo Man doesn't.
No, but if
doesn't.
bullet is vibrating in the room and everything.
No, that's more of like a setup. So like he's shaking the room. Everyone's like, oh my
what's
god,
going on?
what's going on?
Yeah, discombobulated. Oh,
Door flies open.
I got a question.
Dildo Man's fucking smashing you up.
I got a question.
very evil.
How did he
Right in
become
the ass.
Dildo Man?
Yeah, what's the backstory?
It's from the Thrildo. He's tired of people fucking him.
Oh, so it's,
but how did he become?
Oh, so it's the Thrildo that's developed consciousness.
yeah,
AI Thrildo.
He's done with it.
Ah, got you.
For the Thrillers.
No, the Thrildo
Oh, that's
itself was
Thrildo.
developed
The Thrildo's
consciousness.
gone right.
But did it,
That's the thrill, though.
did it get bitten by like a spider
Not
or
anymore.
A rogue arsehole.
become dildo? Man?
like maybe it was an infected arsehole who sat in the Thriller?
Yeah,
and did a chemical reaction.
Oh yeah, I don't really have an answer for that.
Well,
Can't help
No
you with
real
that one,
backstory.
I'm
No, yeah,
There's a big dildo.
I'll leave that to basically the Thrildo always had consciousness, and he was sat there going, I'm fucking tired of this shit. And then
sometimes, Tom, as we discussed earlier, there is no why or how. It just is.
exactly, it was always going to happen. And also,
Dildo Man is just.
I'm leaving it to your interpretation.
Well, so what, the tiny guy shakes you up,
lazy,
and the
right?
12-foot guy goes through your arsehole.
Yeah,
out, guys.
and somehow people survive.
The bullet.
Don't they ever swap roles?
No, the bullet can enter you, but
Yeah, but he just
the
doesn't.
problem is the bullet is more pleasurable.
He is enjoyable.
Dildo Man ain't fucking you. That's not fun, is it? 12 feet of dildo up your ass.
What's the bullet made of?
man.
Titanium.
Yeah,
Fuck it, hell.
Nice.
I don't get it.
Stephen Bunting joke.
I don't get. Oh,
I am
the bullet. I get it now. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So thoughts on Dildo Man?
Yeah, it's good. I'll give it another 6.9.
What? It's better than his.
Well, it's
not.
That's
I can destroy cities.
Mine had a backstory.
Dildo Man flies.
Yours is so that's you can't just give him the ability to fly.
Even though he had no backstory, he's more of a supervillain than like an annoying guy.
Dildo Man
yeah,
can kill people.
a sex pest who gives people.
Yeah. Who kills
dysfunction.
who? Who kills who? Your duo or Dildo Man and the bullet?
My guy,
Dildo
you
Man
don't have to be a
bullet.
supervillain. You can still be a supervillain without murdering. You can just be a shit one.
No, yeah, you can. But
Mine
that's-
has more
No,
flaws
I
than logic
agree.
and
I agree
origin.
with that. But then that's not really a supervillain. That's just a villain.
Look how fucking scary he looks.
Yeah, he does look
Yeah,
scary.
no, but you have no backstory. How did he even become?
I told you he was the Thrildo and he was tired of it. I explained at the
He needs to be, like,
start.
bitten by a
He was
spider
sick.
or-
He was sick.
Yours
didn't have anything.
Yours just forgot to
Yeah, he
come and
did.
then became a guy with a fucking cock on
had
his
the
head.
he had the most self-deprecating wank in the history of human.
Well, then that's
that-
Mate, and the dildo,
Right.
the Thrildo was tired of people fucking him, so he decided to fuck other people.
I think your origin should be like someone who sat in the thrill door had like an STD.
Interesting.
Someone who sat in the thrill door had an STD.
Oh,
from, like,
sorry.
upstairs,
Should I
and
have
then
just?
they, like,
Oh, what he should have done is ripped his own cock off, had a wank, and suddenly he goes around cities giving people erectile dysfunction. You fucking idiot!
They'd be a good
what?
foursome.
Aren't they?
Right,
That's your suit. That's
There
your
would be a
villain.
good
should we move on?
Okay, we'll go with mine then. 'Cause I'm
Mine's
next.
so
Right, everyone
bad.
close your eyes.
I hope it's better than your fucking pillow you made.
That's still on the set somewhere.
Made a pillow.
Yeah, his
Oh,
invention
but
was
this is
so
I'm
bad.
talking the worst
So
invention of
embarrassing.
all time.
He wouldn't admit it was bad.
What, and you physically made it?
Mate, so his
It's behind you
invention
there.
was
Yeah, it's over in the corner.
a jumper.
Right, well, let's not take those feelings into this one because I put effort into this.
You put effort into the last
You
one.
can blow up.
No, so his invention was
Oh, that's
on
brilliant.
a plane. You basically put yourself in a straitjacket so you're comfy.
If you're in the middle seat.
I can't believe you made that.
Yeah, it took me quite a
Embarrassing.
while as well.
Even though
It's a prototype, but it's never going to look like the real
Like,
thing.
talk about wasting like human time on Earth.
That's brilliant.
Oh, no!
That's fucking brilliant.
But why wouldn't you just put your hands in your pocket?
You put them in your
jumper?
sleeves.
Yeah.
But
just fold your arms.
because there's like the
just
passive.
stop trying to defend it. You admitted it was shit.
I'm just explaining it though. I'm explaining it.
Mate, that's quite. Do you not jolt when you're?
Yeah,
Yeah,
asleep
you
on
do,
the
you
plane?
do.
That keeps
Okay,
you-
Batch, you're
Yeah,
thirsty.
you do.
You're thirsty.
He's so happy that he.
That's the reason. That's exactly it.
You admitted it was shit.
Yeah, I know,
Oh,
but
I
it's
can't
just nice to hear someone else understand my logic.
Bit of an issue.
Just I go dehydrated.
Hello.
Right, anyway.
Would you like anything from the trolley, dear?
I would. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you can answer. You can
You can
respond.
pull your hands out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that. Oh yeah, it's really, really comfy.
Oh,
It's not the
Like,
real
you've elbowed people when you're getting them out and you're annoying people.
Anyway, this is my supervillain.
Oh my God,
hell.
the name.
The Trafficker.
Get
Oh
it in.
no, mate.
No, I don't know about this one.
I
This
don't
is
know what.
horny. Come on.
Wait, understand the premise first before you.
Oh, it's going to be something to do with traffic.
What's
innit?
it right there?
Oh,
Oh,
what?
it's a warden.
Right.
oh.
I think
It's a traffic warden.
You know when you're on a bicycle.
Yeah. Actually, you've been here over an hour.
Wait.
Fuck off and die.
Have you seen my slides?
We-
Anyway,
He
next
goes
slide,
to
please, William.
cities and causes traffic.
Introduction to the Trafficker, a new age supervillain. This is quite wordy, sorry. I wrote actually this out.
Boring.
A mastermind who, without any true superpowers, has total control over traffic to unleash pure chaos in the bustling streets of London. Ingenuity and communications manipulation to control traffic systems, turning the city's daily commute into a battleground. Next slide, please.
It already is. Have you been round London?
You're comparing him to the Joker.
No. No. So.
Do you want to get
For the
on
most
traffic?
For the most part of supervillain, it gets better. Like, for the most logical supervillains, they don't actually want to kill people. They just want to cause chaos.
Right.
Like,
No, but you
But you
don't
don't need to be a supervillain to. You can like hack into like the traffic lights and just ruin it that way.
But the hang on. But the byproduct of such chaos means that people die.
are you comparing him to Thanos here?
No,
Are
more
you
so- more so
saying that
Joker.
due to traffic, people are going to die?
100%.
100%.
You put a green light at a junction, people crash.
Yeah.
But they don't die.
Yes, they do, Lewis. If you put
They do, Lewis.
two tubes that are going the same direction, one gets sent back the other way, boom, crash.
But I'm saying like this has happened before without the supervillain.
Yes, but he can.
So passionate about it.
It's a good one. Next slide, please, William. That's the mask
hell.
if ever he needs it. It's pretty
Saw.
fucking demonic, to be fair.
Saw.
No, it's not Saw. Jigsaw
like a
has
bird.
swirly eyes.
Mushrooms coming off them.
Next slide. Chaos through traffic control.
I love the full stop. Yeah, that is punchy.
You can read it if you want, but I'll read it anyway. Trafficker's main objective is to create chaos at critical traffic junctions by manipulating the flow of buses, trains, and traffic lights. Aims to bring the city to a standstill, causing disruption, frustration, and eventual panic.
Yep.
His lack of powers overshadowed by his cunning strategy, proving that wit can triumph over physical strength. Next,
Too many big words, man. Too many big words.
Calling card.
Oh, they're
good.
They're sick.
Caption.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you put a photo, you can't remove that bit anyway. It's a bit annoying. Right, next one. Play the sound.
Wimp.
This is also his audio calling card.
Oh.
Oh, very sinister.
Very sinister.
Oh no, it's the Trafficker.
Yeah.
That just sound like a train arrived.
Yeah, it's like an announcement.
Goes up all the time.
Yeah.
Trafficker here, guys. You will
No,
now
he's
die.
never on audio. He's never on audio. Next slide, please, Will. Okay.
Trafficker is about
The traffic has arrived.
Could the trafficker please come
Please
to
mind the
aisle
gap.
Genius hacker, master strategist. No superpower, but resembling the traits of being unremarkable and often overlooked, which is a lot of people in London, right? A true representation of why people become villains.
Yeah.
And then obviously like ensuring he leaves his mark on busy streets of worldwide cities. But his current project is London.
Okay.
Next slide.
This is really showing your age.
For years, he's enjoyed the chaos of London's public transport, standing helplessly as busy commuters brush and push past him. Each shove, comment, and delay compounds his sense of isolation. The Trafficker started out as any ordinary person, a London commuter, but constantly pushed around, caught up in the horrid world of pedestrian traffic. He vowed to never let rush hour be the same again. Next slide,
I'll
please.
make it always rush.
He's got a pet rat called TFL. TFL, pet rat, not only serves as a companion but embodies his mission. Rodent symbolizes the overlooked aspects of city life,
Wow.
often ignored and thrown to the side, yet thriving in hidden spaces, just like his master, the Trafficker.
Yeah.
Together, they form an inseparable duo, and often he uses remote signals detonated by his Oyster card inflow.
Whoa, fuck.
There you go. Next slide, please.
Can I ask, what does he eat as a snack?
The Trafficker.
He loves his oysters.
Oh,
I didn't catch
that's
that
good.
one.
So yeah, these
Whoa!
are examples of what could happen.
That's a brutal crash top right. Fucking hell.
Yeah. That's a junction.
That-
That's a display of a junction.
That could be
All
bad.
lines closed. The trafficker.
I did.
Damn you to hell.
I didn't. Yeah, but that's the chaos aspect, isn't it? And people get agitated. That's not trying to kill people.
That's the chaos.
That's not trying to kill people. That's just creating an annoyance.
Tell me that bottom right one was caused by the traffic.
No, but I couldn't put too many real photos in because it's a bit insensitive, isn't it? But that
The
is
Metropolitan line is suspended today.
The sound is so good.
do you, that is chaos.
Fuck, I'm gonna.
That is chaos in its truest form, guys.
If you hopped on a tube and it went the exact opposite way to the way you were thinking it was going to go,
How's he
you'd
gonna
be
do that
fucking
for
well
the
annoyed,
traffic?
Yeah,
mate.
you
How's the
would.
traffic going to make
No,
it
but he
go the other way?
He only controls the signals. He doesn't control.
No, he controls all motions of what of the traffic.
When I get in my car,
The driver will
he can drive my car backwards.
No, but for
but
for
trains he is.
public transport.
I'm
For
pretty
trains,
sure
you can take it forward
this
and back.
would be like probably chaos for a day, and then like the government would get on top.
I think
of
they
it.
probably find
No,
him.
but
They find him.
then he
Just
moves,
hiding him.
He wouldn't even get a chance to use his sound.
moves to another city.
I
don't mind the premise of it, but I just feel like.
But they'd never catch him.
It's just
They'd never catch him. It's
mildly annoying. Like,
No. But
I'll just line bike.
I'd rather
would cause-
this than a 12-foot dildo up my ass.
I think we have next slide as well, maybe. Or are we out?
Ultimate disruption.
Look at all the buses.
Maybe that's it.
There's severe delays on the
there you
Victoria
go.
line.
Wait, can we hear the sound again? I love the sound.
Do you not think that would
gives me
cause a lot
heebie-jeebies when I hear
of
it.
chaos in London?
Or you just
I mean,
know
the
he's-
Traffic
know
light
he's
is
coming.
about to
I think
hold the line.
I think it's Brandon.
I'm about to fuck this traffic.
I feel like the Brandon, the trafficker, is like it makes him sound like a bit of a
nonce.
Yeah.
So that could do.
Well, I mean, I was trying to play on that a
Needs to
little
work
bit.
on that.
That was an early
I
gag.
thought-
premise. I think you premise.
Mate, I
I think you need to be more evil.
That is evil.
That is evil.
Causing hundreds of people in tubes to crash into each other.
I actually
That's
think-
chaos.
I do that.
That is chaos.
But the way you've got-
Imagine if if he hopped on the scene and he sent one tube forwards, one tube back on
No,
every
it's true.
single tube line,
Yeah.
that would be worldwide news.
Yeah.
mate.
It's true, but it's something like your dad would come up with.
What?
Do you know what I mean?
No,
I like the idea. I all laugh at your
That's the thing that's the thing that I thought could be very well implemented into normal society. As
I
someone that
think,
could
mate,
hack into
Reeve,
the
you've
public transport system
Maybe you thought about
and
it too
cause
much.
deaths.
Reeve, you've done. It's very well thought out.
Yeah.
It would cause a lot of shit.
And death.
And I do think it's good. However, the fact it's just about like traffic.
It's more. I agree. It's all
Think
very
of
well
a
thought out, and it works.
supervillain, and your mind goes, well, he could delay traffic.
No. But he caused.
No, I know.
I understand it's chaos.
I'm breaking it.
So much chaos.
But what I'm trying to make.
I'm going to be an hour late for work.
What I'm trying to make is the point is with the Joker, right? The trafficker sets out to just ruin everyone's day in terms of commuting because that's how he felt. He felt.
No, we
beaten
get-
up
we-
by
no,
it.
we know, you've already told us.
Yeah, but for the same reason that Thanos
So
thought he was bringing mercy.
you are not comparing the trafficker to
These are
Thanos.
supervillain examples. The same reason.
Thanos is no match for the traffic.
Hear me out.
Also,
No, hear me out because it's good logic here. The same way Thanos thought he was bringing mercy to the universe, he was actually getting rid of half of all life. That's killing a lot of people. The Joker just wanted to be a dick. Like, just wanted to watch the world burn, but he killed a lot of people in the process. He wants people to have a fucking shit day commuting, but he's going to kill a lot of people in the process.
Mate, we know, and we've been through it all, and we say
That is a supervillain.
It's a good
That's a
premise.
supervillain. It's a good guy with an aim
It's
that
well
ends up
thought
killing a lot of
out.
people.
I would
Just
argue.
funny.
I would argue he's actually a good guy because he's stopping people going to work so they can stay at home.
No, but they die.
But they die on the way
You
to...
think?
Not
Die.
if they get to the tube stop, see all lines are out.
No, lose
And
their
it would
job.
be-
No,
Die.
that's an example of what could happen, but by that point, loads of people have died already.
Yeah, that's
No,
just
but
one of the
Reeve,
things.
Reeve, it would be disruptions for like a day, then they'd find him and he wouldn't be able to do anything ever again.
But then,
the guy that hides in
No,
the
it's
wardrobe.
like
his
rat won't let him be found.
But he's he can't be found. He's
Yeah.
in the
How can he
underground.
just?
How can he not
can't
be
real.
found?
You can't just say he can't be found.
They track
That's
who was doing it.
that's what Lewis said. He can't be found about his fucking.
Yeah,
my
police
guy-
can't
No,
stop
my guy
him.
got arrested.
No,
They
got
just
on,
don't
like,
care.
my guy's a genius hacker, so he's permanently off grid.
Oh wait, hang on a sec. So he doesn't
He'd
actually
get
have
found.
a.
He
hang on,
wouldn't.
hang on, he doesn't actually have a superpower. He's just a hacker.
No, he's no superpower. He's just a
Really
genius
hacker?
hacker and an ultimate strategist.
He's just a nerd.
Well, yeah, because that's how he converted from the. That's how.
So he's got no power.
Not all supervillains have to have powers.
Mate,
Joker
they all
doesn't
get
have
found.
any
Like the
powers.
Unabomber got found. He get found.
No, but he's a hacker though. He's off.
I understand it. So no, hacker,
You don't understand.
This one can't be
so
found.
no hacker's ever been found.
The thing is,
Not a supervillain.
Not the
hacker.
Trafficker though.
thing is, it would be chaos.
It would.
I agree. It would. Be
That is chaotic.
That is chaos.
His
That's
his
chaos.
one
There'd be
mission.
fires on the
His
street.
one mission was to create chaos for people that he hated bumping into
Mate, it's
all the
sunny as
time,
hell
and he's
outside.
doing it.
Everyone just go to the park though and just be in the sun.
What?
Yeah, you would just
You would just
avoid
go to
like
work.
public transport, wouldn't
Well, yeah, but how do you get to a park? You'd walk
you? Yeah.
Yeah.
And a car would
amongst
fly into
traffic,
you.
amongst roads.
So you just go on the pavement.
You walk to the,
I
which
don't
is
know
next
what
to
you're
a road.
thinking.
Which is next to a
Why
road.
would cars be on the pavement?
Because
it went to the red light.
If you cross any junction ever to get to a park, all the cars are going. It's green, 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 green.
They're not meant to see that in and walk another way.
Without brains,
you
people
can-
aren't just
No, but he can hack into the way the
Your
traffic
your
flows.
brain, he can hack into your
He
brain
can
and
hack
make you
into the
walk.
way the traffic flows and force
Yeah, but
cars
you
to
could
go-
just
or
look at
diversion or divert traffic down
never
a
goes over
tiny
20 mile
road.
an hour
Also,
in
okay,
London.
two things. You can use a zebra crossing. There's no. You can't hack a zebra crossing, or you can just look before you cross.
Yeah. And
What are you
also,
talking
also,
about?
have you seen
I'm not-
London
that's not a
traffic?
junction. That's
Yeah.
not a junction.
Yeah, but not every road's a junction. If I'm walking to the park, I'll just
Cars barely move in
You
London.
couldn't, you
Have a
couldn't
little
enjoy
fender
yourself
Or-
in all the chaos.
Or he
could
hacks
you?
into like the line bike
about the chaos.
system. He hacks into the line bike system. He
Oh,
can
that's
control
worse.
the
Now, now we're talking.
Now
Yeah,
we're
the
talking
line
about-
bike.
Now he's taking
Yeah,
the
it's the form of
He can do
transport in
that as
London.
well.
Yeah, he can hack into the
not
line
Oh,
bike.
okay, now I'm not
What
happy.
does he do to them?
He send them wherever
He
he,
makes
wants.
them really fast.
But you
Okay.
steer them.
Remote could, no,
I
but
didn't
they're
realise.
automated.
I
aren't
didn't
they?
realise we're getting
Remote
line
control.
bikes involved. If line bikes involved, then I'm with you.
Yeah.
He's a fucking.
Line bike yesterday, yeah, and it had no speed limit. I was like, fucking. I was like, oh my god, and then suddenly,
Not hacker man,
boom,
Trafficker.
You hit it with.
double speed limit. I couldn't move a thing.
You couldn't move a muscle.
I think maybe it was a
I think it's a Trafficker. Did you hear the sound?
Yeah. Did you
Do the back of the line bike. That would be creepy.
Would it after a big crash? That would be fucking ominous to hear.
I agree.
Thank you.
It would actually.
Right, should we vote?
Yeah, I think I like it.
I do like it. I'm more
The line
like
bike.
I'm more find it funny his like passion and seriousness.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 9.
Well, I
give it an eight.
had to be normal about it because everyone
That's
was laughing
realistic.
at me.
That's realistic
So,
as well.
Yeah,
I started going right. Fuck it. I'm not bothered
I actually
anymore.
do really like it. 9.
I'm giving it an 8.
Oh, that's a perfect.
It's going to
10
be
out of
chaos.
10.
It actually might be a 10.
It would be
actually
chaos.
might be.
It really would be chaos.
It is definitely chaos, but it is just a bit crap at the same time.
It's not
Why?
because he is
Why?
right. It would cause death.
Yeah, it would cause chaos.
But
no, but it's
I'm
traffic.
going to give it a 9. No,
No, but
it's not. You're
you're misunderstanding.
Oh, the line
whole
bike thing
concept.
really has.
The line
it's
bike
got
has
your head,
turned
hasn't it?
me.
It's
Yeah.
not.
Can't be doing that.
Just because you
That's
see
the only
traffic
thing I
lights,
use
it's
in
not
London.
traffic.
What about Boris bikes?
No one uses
No,
them.
they're not
She's a
automated
fat
anyway. But
scruffy
also
pig.
overground trains, underground trains. That's not traffic, Theo. That's controlled by individual things.
Don't Theo me.
No, but you're saying it's only traffic. It's not traffic. You control
He's causing chaos.
angry. No, but if you say
You are angry.
no,
You were using traffic as an example.
no,
It's called the Trafficker.
yeah,
You
because
should have
it
called
causes
it Captain
traffic.
Chaos.
It
would be chaos as well.
I nearly debated Chaos Merchant.
The
I thought that
tagline
was a
should
bit
be
cringe.
Chaos merch.
So I'm going to give you a 9 only because I don't think it would last.
Fair enough. But
Dildo Man
my
came
jibe
late.
my jibe with him
How can you
is
watch the
he's
dildo?
gone. It's just a bit crap, but there's no logic as to why it's crap.
Voice. I love it when he does the voice.
Can you explain why it's crap?
Boring.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Beat bomb.
Wow.
Bomb.
It's actually
Theo,
Theo
man.
Man.
Ball
They
man.
call him bomb,
Bomb.
or dramatic effects.
That doesn't really make sense, though, does it?
Hail.
Like, oh, so it's not real.
Oh.
A tail.
No, but you're creating the supervillain.
I have story.
But he's not real.
I don't know.
No, but
A tail means he's fake.
yeah.
I thought he's real.
You're creating a real person here, no?
Oh, just a different word for a story, like
Dildo Man's
That's
real.
Wording.
Dildo Man's coming to get you, son.
He put by Lewis Bowden. Oh,
Yeah,
by
that's
Theo
true.
Baker.
Yeah, but we all agreed that was a rubbish PowerPoint.
No, mine was
Yeah,
great.
I've not even got on to it yet. You want to go with me?
I think mine was the best.
Be less rattled.
His has effects.
I'm
Yeah.
actually not right.
That is true. He has got fire
Next,
effect.
please. Whoa.
That's fucking sick.
Who is
Everything gonna do that.
next? Whoa!
Shit.
Damn.
Don't do it again.
He's got a good
Next.
costume.
Okay,
fading.
who was BO Man? Or
Neil.
Bomb? It's called originally Neil.
Okay.
He was a slightly overweight normal guy, but he had one problem.
Had B.O.
Severe
Stink.
BO.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And sadly for Neil, this has been going on for his entire life, and he got bullied quite a bit.
Good.
So what did Neil do about his issues? Well, Neil really
Had a
wanted...
shower.
No, it
Got some
didn't.
deodorant?
It was that bad. Didn't work. Really severe.
Oh, right.
He
that
really wanted to
makes sense.
change his circumstances because he hated his BO. He tried everything, as I just mentioned.
I feel like that isn't that.
You going to talk for the whole thing?
Sassy, isn't
So what did he try to do? Well, he got
Shower?
in contact with
Go to the
an
doctors?
experimental drug that claimed that they could cure BO.
Good backstory.
Clever.
Can I just ask you a quick question? Like, this isn't a dig. Can BO ever get that bad? Or it's just like
Yeah, people actually do have problems.
uncontrollably.
No,
bad,
not
isn't it?
surely not if you want.
I think there is.
No, they do.
There's some
of course there
people
is.
that smell like fish and they can't help it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Seen a video on it.
Is that just from the hormones?
It wasn't
I get
a fish.
I guess. No, it was a person. It was actually.
Fish man.
Hang on.
Next.
Flapping about.
The scientist.
So what did Neil do about this? Well, Neil really wanted to change his thing, so he went to the drug, blah, blah, blah. So after meeting the scientist...
He really taking a
who
pill.
How
had...
fucking big is that
That's a
pill?
massive
Take a pill.
pill.
That's Dildo Man.
Looks at it right.
Imagine you walk into the doctors and he's fucking.
After meeting the scientist...
Nursing that pill
who
for a
had
week.
to develop, after meeting the scientist who had developed this drug, Neil decided he would go for it and he'd start taking the medicine.
Oh yeah, because he looks trustworthy.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a trustworthy guy. He
There's a guy I can trust.
after taking the medicine, it started off going okay for a couple of weeks. But after a couple of weeks, he began to notice some side effects. He started to-
OMG.
OMG.
he started to gain weight. He had a bigger, deeper voice. He smelled more, and his teeth became a sort of pissy colour.
Oh.
So-
Is this a
Oh my
Barry?
god, he's
Excuse you.
No, it was pissy colour because obviously they say a pissy teeth.
Okay.
So what did Neil do next, guys? Well, obviously he wasn't a happy bunny, was he? So he went back to the lab and he started to chat to the scientists. Things began...
It finally worked.
Yeah, that's what happened. Things began to get very heated until Neil got so angry, he started to force the scientist to smell his armpit to prove that it's not worked. His BO is still got really bad. It's still really bad.
story.
And then, oh my God,
Oh my god.
That's where it comes in.
to Neil's...
Just to prompt himself as well, by the way.
A
to
reminder.
Neil's shock,
Yeah.
as he made the scientist smell his armpit, he took a big sniff. And what happened? The scientist fell backwards.
The scientist.
The scientist fell backwards like this. And fucking died. Shocked. Neil ran out instantly and went home to speak to his girlfriend. And he made her smell his armpit.
No.
She died too!
What, that was
So
How's he managed to get a girlfriend?
yeah.
He fucking stinks.
I mean, you got.
Oh.
Yeah.
Follow up.
The following years. So as BO Man struggles to come to terms with what he's done, from the sadness stems a lot of anger. Anger at the scientist, anger at his ex-girlfriend who's now dead for smelling his armpit, and angry at anyone who doesn't suffer with the BO that he suffers with. And as you can see by the photos, Neil is no longer Neil. He's become BO Man at this point.
He looks really sad.
And he's set out on his lifelong mission to be the killer of all those clean armpits that he's jealous of.
His eyes look.
For those who come near him with fresh smelling armpits, he hunts down later in the day and smothers them with his BO and kills them.
Quick question.
Leaving behind an awful smelling scent.
Quick question. If he stinks permanently, how does he know who has a clean armpit?
Because he can smell. He has a nose.
Yeah, but he can only smell his own.
Can he smell through his own?
No, you can smell other people, obviously.
But he would.
But
His
if his is
smell
so
would sort
bad.
of overpower
Yeah,
him.
but
Yeah, you can smell the, he can sense it. It's like a high-powered nose.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but if he's so high powered,
got
anyway.
Alright,
He just got a
when-
high-powered nose.
As an example, when you have BO,
Yeah.
can you smell a nice smelling person?
I wouldn't be able to smell
Yes, you
fresh
can.
armpits, though.
Well, he has a power, a superpower, mate. He's super BO Man, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I need to
You're
go.
like you're trying to pick flaws at his fucking smelling ability.
Well, yeah, because you just said he hunts. You just said he hunts for clean armpits. No.
You know how earlier I said he's got bigger, he's gained more muscle and everything like that. Everything's been heightened, and his nostrils.
But how do you smell? How do you smell a fresh armpit?
Yeah.
You can smell great fucking aftershave, perfume, the lot.
That's not BO though. That's masking.
Yeah, but he can smell fresh cleanliness, a smelling armpit. When he uses deodorant, it still stinks.
No,
We're not. That's not the point.
Yeah, he can smell deodorant, but how does he smell a fresh armpit? Who's he hunting for?
Well, it's a nice smell. He just smells deodorant. If you're using deodorant,
Surely, if he smells so bad he kills people, he'd only smell himself, especially if it's heightened.
he
No.
goes up to them and goes like this.
Yeah, we understand. We understand the premise of how he kills them, but we
How do you smell past
No,
that?
not anyway. You wouldn't be able to smell. When's he developed this
As
skill?
if this is what you pick during when he's taking the pill.
The
I
pill
told you
did
this.
it.
Yeah, that's
did.
why when he took the
Obviously.
pill, he started getting big. I
I
literally
forgot
said.
about the really trustworthy scientist.
You
Sorry.
forgot about the scientist who gave him the pill? Did you forget about it because you weren't listening? Too busy being angry, were you? Right.
I think there's only one
Anyway.
angry person here,
I think
mate.
you're the angry one here.
I'm sad to say, lads, that BO Man is now an evil supervillain killer.
Oh, so now he's born.
Yes, and he always leaves behind that mysterious smell. You always know where he's been. He chooses his victims wisely, and usually the ones that smell the nicest. So, Tom, you'd be done.
Fire transition's getting old now.
So think twice when you're putting that deodorant on in the morning.
Just as you say,
I
got new
take that
transition.
Think twice when you put that deodorant on in the morning, guys, because, as we all know now, BO Man is out there to get you. Any questions?
Oh, so
I
cake
quite
with
like
a
it.
nice
I
little
think it's pretty
message at
good.
the end.
Murder's like,
What's the range?
Sides, like.
You got more.
I think you've got more, mate, that you forgot about.
What's the
he just didn't keep up with my
What's the
speed.
range that?
Oh,
he
keep
needs?
Oh, that
going.
is the speech.
What?
What's the range that he needs to be in
okay.
to kill someone?
He goes up to their face and smothers them like he did with
Suddenly
his girlfriend.
So he has to be right there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
if you catch a whiff of him on the tube, you're fine.
You're fine, yeah.
I don't mind it.
I don't mind it. I would say the fact that you said his was boring.
Yeah.
your guy is just a guy who smells.
Stinks.
Yeah.
BO Man.
Oh, yeah.
BO Man.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, sorry, you didn't say his name. That's
yeah.
convinced me.
Fair enough.
How do you like it if he came up to you and went,
It wouldn't be ideal.
You'd be dead, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would die.
I'd say, yeah. It's
But also, he'd never go up to Lou anyway. It's fine.
I'd say it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty boring, but yeah, it's good. I like it.
bomb for short?
Thank you.
Remember that. Don't forget that
Thank
bit.
you. Sorry, that's
Bomb
that's an
for
extra point.
short.
I'm gonna give you
Yeah, another
7.
six. Another 6 points.
I'll give you a 6, 7.
Oh, it's a perfect 10.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it a
Right,
lot.
what did you give mine?
Perfect 10.
Oh, everyone's done.
10, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
Right, and then
hi,
the Italian.
I'll just say I've never made a PowerPoint before, so I didn't know you could.
You went to university?
This is really bad. This is really bad. So you have to use your imagination.
Yeah, don't worry.
It's already
You got
up. It's already up.
Oh.
Oh,
Introducing.
yes.
Pile drive.
Introducing the pile driver.
Think of dicks and sex.
All right, you're not going to see any pictures, so you're going to have to picture it for yourself.
Right, I'll get
Okay. Next slide. Oh, why he turned bad? Once a humble PE teacher, he was perving over the
Yeah.
year 7 during swim class when he slipped over and landed anus first on a chlorine tablet. Straight to the ass. Over the next 6 months, he grew a mega sphincter.
Was he naked?
And developed a taste for piles. Yeah, because he was perving over the year 7. And he
Piles.
yeah, because he grew massive piles. Imagine slipping a chlorine tablet.
What is a pile?
straight
It's like a
up
lump on your
arse.
ass.
Hemorrhoid.
Yeah, your ass comes
Your arse is
out.
coming
You never had a pile?
So his came proper out.
Why are you saying that? Like that's a normal thing for people our age to have.
Well, it doesn't have to do with age. It's when you strain for a shit too hard.
Oh, I've never had it. No.
I just
You might have done, you might not realise.
True.
Maybe.
And hey, if you ever run into this guy,
Have
you
you
could be
ever
in
had
trouble.
piles?
No, not yet.
I feel like you have.
Why do you feel like I
don't know.
No, not yet.
Well, we're all making our supervillains from experience.
Yeah, you just look like,
this one's
you
based
look
off
like a
Theo.
piler.
Next slide. Oh, how did he kill, you ask? Oh, if you look him in the eye, you begin fruiting piles. I thought fruiting was a nice word. 'Cause
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
picture it
Yeah,
coming
I
out,
can see it.
kind of like cauliflower.
God.
coming out your ass.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh,
That's disgusting.
But it continues to grow, and so when he decides you're ripe,
right.
I hate that word.
he'll feast on you from the piles up because he
Jesus.
can only eat piles basically.
Oh, he's
So
He's an arse
it's part of
eater.
the. It's
an
part
arse
of
man.
the-
Like
man.
yeah.
total arse man.
Oh,
Give me back your chip.
and this is when the sidekick comes
Oh,
in.
God. I want to know.
Oh, you're gonna like that.
not the gooner.
That would make sense why he was
The gooner.
Shit, I'm a gooner.
Oh, I wondered why you were so pro-goon.
Yeah, the gooner. And he actually does nothing. He just goons in his home. and has,
Great, like,
and has nothing to do with it. Yeah, so
Just wanks in the
He
corner.
doesn't even know the pole driver.
yeah, he has no idea.
Are we
He just
sure?
goons.
Are we sure gooner isn't?
We
Hey,
can
it
team
could-
up.
Well, because if you're gooning anyway, you could well be the side
Yeah,
that
we
you
could
don't know
tell-
about.
yeah.
So maybe
We'll
you are the
talk after,
gooner.
yeah.
All right.
just from one chlorine tablet.
One chlorine tablet does this to man.
Yeah.
Try it out.
Up the arse, though.
Realistic.
Yeah.
It is realistic.
You say it would work generally, or
Is it relevant?
Oh yeah, it'll work on anyone.
Is it relevant that he was perving on the Earth-7s? Was he like
Actually, I
punished
don't
by
know.
like the gods?
It might be a situational type
universe.
thing.
Yeah.
It's like you
It
can
might be a punishment.
You're gonna have
Might
to
be
eat
a
piles.
chance. Yeah. Oh, it could be a punishment actually because it's not a great thing. Next slide, if there is another one. Oh, of course. Oh god. Oh, what do they both? They both wear
he still
absolutely
naked?
fuck all.
Is he still naked?
Yeah.
Can
Still
they,
naked from
He's just a naked man with like some piles
Massive
hanging out his
piles.
arse.
Yeah.
That is
Look
get
him in
piles
the
on his
eye.
face?
No, just his ass.
What?
So he doesn't contract piles on his face.
How do you get piles on your
I don't think that's
face?
possible, is it?
just from a sphincter?
Do you,
isn't
it doesn't grow. No, it's just coming out. It's just a
Eats
massive
arse.
coming out his ass.
Like a baboon.
It's just
Like a
gonna-
baboon.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna
Like
look
a baboon.
Oh,
Wizard
oh,
arse.
mandrill.
How,
Whatever,
how,
yeah.
how come the police don't ever get him?
Because if they look at him in the eye,
They're gonna
can
get
piles
piles.
and then he'll eat them.
But how long? How
Oh.
long do they? Sorry, he fruits people.
They
piles of
fruit.
people.
Yeah.
I feel
How
quite-
long does it take to develop? Because if he looks at the police, they can still catch him before they develop.
But they'll be like, oh fucking hell, because they can feel it straight away.
Maybe would they want? Would they not want him to eat the piles? Just get rid of it then. If they
No,
if-
no,
No,
He kills them.
he'll
Can't they arrest
continually.
him?
no, but if he's arrested and it's like right, only do the piles.
There you go.
Can't they arrest him from behind?
No,
at the
because his
eye.
piles are so big, you couldn't get close to him.
Right.
Rubber ring.
Yeah, and also he'll just turn back.
It's a little bit weird.
Oh yeah, just he can look behind him.
Can they arrest him like that?
Yeah, it was kind of like Medusa, but you're just going to get piles instead of turn to
How
stone.
does he cut
you gotta
about
deal with
though,
the same-
naked around the streets?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. What do you mean?
He's like, so there's nothing you can
But that's
do?
actually that's
There's nothing
that's-
you can do.
That's actually an amazing
Yeah,
costume.
you can just kill him.
That would be the perfect costume because a naked man running around in the street, you would look at him.
With piles, yeah.
You would look
You'd be
at
like,
him.
oh,
You'd be
no.
like, oh my,
And
that's the
then
first thing you'd
everyone's
look at,
getting
wouldn't you? And he
piled.
looks at you and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
What it should be is, instead of his eyes, if you look into the piles,
They look like little piles around his eyes.
If you look into the pile, yeah, they're harder to miss actually.
You couldn't not.
But no one can get away because even if you say you look,
The pile driver.
no, because if you look him in the eyes,
naked
you
man.
get piles. Even if he doesn't get round to eating you, he'll go to the doctors, get prescribed by your guy,
Like-
Yeah,
Laxative.
the doctor,
Shits
nurse
him-
laxative.
and then he's in a constant cycle of shitting himself.
We're gonna have to
getting
really
boners.
talk after this, yeah.
Yeah. And then eventually the pile driver finds
No,
him.
please don't.
Yeah, we'll get. No, we'll.
We'll-
I think you could be the gooner as well. so-
he's on about you, not you, villain.
Oh yeah, let's see what the pile.
Oh yeah, let's see what.
That'll take a while.
This could be disgusting.
Oh, mate, I reckon it.
This could
He's
be
naked
really
though,
bad.
Will. He's
It
naked.
won't
No
do it,
costume.
it'll go
he's
Remember, his
Like
costume's
the-
absolutely
right.
cool as well.
Right. Well, what are we rating the pile driver?
6.9.
Perfect, eh?
10 out of 10 for me.
9 out of 10. Perfect score.
Yeah,
I like
10
it
out of
because
10.
it's dirty, it's filthy, it would fuck your day up.
And the presentation.
I feel like
Kill ya.
it's, and the
Yeah, it would fuck your day up.
I also think you can't defeat him
How long does it take
No,
to
you
turn
can't.
right?
without shooting him in the head.
That's
Well, it
what I mean.
depends. Like,
Sniper, yeah.
Did he change different colours to know when they're ripe?
no,
grape?
it's just the size of it. So it depends how hungry he is. Because ripeness. Well, you could. Some people eat a banana when they're green.
How do they die? They
That's
just bleed
true.
to death. They bleed.
Are they getting like this big?
Yeah. He'll eat the part, but sometimes he goes a little bit further because you could. Where does a
eat
pile
shit.
stop?
Yeah.
Where do piles
Yeah,
stop,
good
really?
point, really.
How do you decide what's a pile and what's not a
Cannibal,
pile?
isn't it? It's
Yeah,
pretty grim.
yeah.
How did you think of this?
Do you- who do you know has piles?
Came to me.
Chip.
Well,
just
it
came
came
to
to
me.
him for some reason.
It just came to
Year
me.
seven swim
Yeah, it
club.
just came.
Oh, apparently it's
Yeah, it's again-
appropriate territory, so we can't do that.
Will's been-
Say it's for
Well-
educational reasons.
Wow.
That should.
There you go.
Well,
That was pitch
fucking
it.
excellent.
Well done, mate.
Well
Yeah.
done, mate. Well done.
To end the show, I think we need a extract from Lewis's journal.
Have you got it?
You got a journal.
It's fuck, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, to fill you in, I journaled for a long time. It's really cringy, awful.
Really depressing.
But for the entertainment of these, I read an extract.
He actually brought up that he had a journal.
the other week,
you
one of the
planning on taking that
extracts
home?
was
With any luck.
he put into his journal, I really hope to find a girlfriend.
And also, just
Get over my
also
That
just
is something
to
he's
premise
done
it,
to you or something.
he in his head, he's going to be a global superstar, and this is all for the movie
Yeah.
that's
And
going to be made
In my
about.
head, this is the book.
I'd been watching Joe Rogan, and all I could think is
Motivational videos.
I will be staring into those eyes in
I was like-
10, 20,
No,
30
I
years.
was sat in my desk chair looking into my reflection, listening to Joe Rogan motivational videos. It's just fucking weird. So
Then he turns to the camera in one of the extras as well.
You turn to a camera. In the
I think let's just do it then, I guess. So forgot to write in here past couple of days.
Oh, lazy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. The other day,
but he's gonna make
he
it up
spent
for it.
12 hours
But
doing nothing.
But the funny thing about this is 2 entries ago, he said, I'm going to commit to writing because I can write so much.
Then left it for a bit.
How late is this? Sorry, a week later.
Yeah, there's a few
Yeah,
days.
well, yeah, a
there.
couple of days after, and he's sacked it off already.
Forgot to write in here for the past couple of days. I think that's symbolic of how much work I've done recently. So I've been doing fuck all again.
Oh.
I need to regain my focus. I'm going to start my affirmations again to make sure I remain
Oh, you
focused.
didn't, did you?
I definitely didn't do it for long.
Oh, fuck.
I can
What,
feel.
which ones did you say?
I was definitely reading Miracle Morning at this point. I think that's one.
What
of
did
them.
you say? What were your affirmations?
Do you know what?
You
I
know what they
I
were.
actually-
You said them
know-
enough. Don't lie.
I promise you, I don't know, but I don't know if it's in. It must be. It'll be.
Oh, yeah.
written
Mate, you would have
in somewhere.
recounted
yeah.
them like a mantra.
I'll find the affirmations. It'll be written down somewhere. Either in here or another one.
We forgot to mention he's also been waking up at 6 a.m. to work really hard, but when he woke up at 6 a.m., he gave himself the entire day off because he had to shift at 4 o'clock. So he played League of Legends all day instead.
Really, I'm basically struggling. I want to do things, but I can't be asked. Is the gist I'm getting from myself here.
All right.
Affirmations to make sure I regain my focus. I can feel myself shipping.
Slipping, maybe?
Slipping already.
Shipping.
Read his own
I
right.
can feel myself shipping.
Shitting.
That can't continue.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
It's nurse
gonna
Laxative.
kill himself, is he?
Yes,
Ball driver.
Yesterday I went to an audition thing for BBC. I forgot I did this.
Oh.
This is one of the most embarrassing things in my life. I had 60 seconds to tell them a story. If they liked it, I go through.
To do what?
So basically, it was a thing to get on a show that they were doing.
Yeah,
And
show,
people came, I
show.
can't remember.
Like a
It was
little
just show.
monologue or a story.
Yeah, you had to come in, entertain them for 60 seconds. Or
Oh, what,
whatever.
like a reality show?
Yeah, and there's loads of people. No, it was like radio. Like, get onto a slot. I can't remember what it was.
right, okay.
But like, you were in a room and there was loads of people from the area. Like
did a dance?
with the
Did you
story,
do a
and they're all
dance?
talking and that. Well,
Don't tell me you don't.
Are you going to read out what you said?
I had 60 seconds to tell them a story. If they liked it, I go through. My time started by knocking the mic over off the desk. I walked in and just literally just smashed all the equipment up.
Is this in a radio station?
It was in like this room. There's like camera people,
got you.
equipment and stuff. I
Yeah.
went to shake their hands, tripped over, knocked all the equipment off the desk.
Shit himself.
Quite entertaining though.
You
Yeah.
could have played that off as a part of your act.
Got a bone.
And then telling a story about how I accidentally got a prostate exam. Oh,
Oh, in Sainsbury's.
Oh, that one.
real
That
story.
was
Basically, I accidentally got a prostate exam.
In
I
Sainsbury's?
thought I was
in
dying.
Sainsbury's.
Basically, I drank loads
In
of
the
coffee.
street
Thought
aisle?
I was dying because I was shitting so much my ass was bleeding, but I just didn't know that coffee had laxatives in. So I went to the doctors, and the doctors said, "Has your ass been bleeding?" I said, "Yes, but only a little bit because I've been wiping lots."
Yeah.
He instantly walked out, said he has to give me a prostate exam, and then I got fingered in the bum whilst a nurse watched.
There's definitely a theme here with your things today.
Yeah. Anyways, that was the story. The man liked it. The 2 ladies did not. What was I thinking?
What was I thinking?
Just personal abuse in his
You stupid idiot.
There's a lot of
Fucking
putting myself
useless.
down in.
Really?
Oh well, I went in and give it a go. Think it made me realise you can believe things that will work out, but sometimes they won't.
Oh.
My whole life ambitions could end up with a big thumbs down if I don't put in the work. And that means working all day, every day.
But not until 4.
Love what you do.
What?
Love,
Talking to himself.
Love what you do.
love what you do.
Brilliant work.
Be a love letter, that one.
Love the journey.
Oh.
Oh, that's a good one, Lewis.
Would you
Well
say
done,
that you
mate.
have loved the journey to get to where you are? Have you loved the journey?
It's parts.
Yeah,
But maybe I'm still on it. I'm still journaling now.
My favorite is
we can do today's journal in like 4 years' time.
Wow.
I thought you said you're not journaling anymore.
No, I still
said-
do it.
yeah.
But I still know you in 4 years. I have failed.
So the reason it's
badly
fun, I
in
never
life.
go.
Read out my journal.
I never
today.
go in and wrote like things to celebrate. It was only when I was in deep depths of depression. So this is it's just depressing.
Everyone
My
laughed.
favorite thing is like you write like
Still on the same shit journey.
you write like sentences that you think are like
It's like
hard and motivational, so you can
Yeah, yeah.
then you can read out in your movie.
It's like
Whilst
writing it
sat
to
and playing
myself.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Really weird. So yeah, well, I think it does get worse. We haven't
gets
even
worse.
scratched the surface on how embarrassing this will get.
4 years on, and I feel I've regressed.
Well, thank you very much for watching / listening.
Shout out
make sure
Bach for coming on.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Bach.
mate.
Thanks, mate.
guys.
Always a
Did
pleasure.
you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it.
That's good.
Bit of a long
Not many
episode,
people do.
actually.
No,
That
it's
was
fun.
fun. That was fun. I enjoyed that one.
And,
thanks for
obviously-
50k. We want to get to
Yeah.
a million subscribers by the end of the week. So
Next week.
subscribe, or I'm gonna.
No, and don't forget to
We'll leave that there.
hashtag it and
We do
then
this
go
every
change it.
week as
Bye-bye.
well. Yeah.